Dark side, light this bitch up.
King Roman News gonna come right through. Hey, good morning. Man, it is Friday. I cannot believe it's Friday. I just was saying, like, damn, I felt like it was Monday. Good morning. It's 6:33 a.m. checking in with the morning crew. How are you all doing on this lovely Friday? Woke up chilly as a bitch. I was cold as hell. I didn't realize that. I'm thinking it's summertime already. I dropped the thermometer, the Nest, to 56. And me and my baby in the house this morning, like, well, what the hell? I had to go and turn everything up. Hey, Miss Jones, good morning, and it's good to see you. Hey, Miss Juicy Reviews, good morning to you. Hey, Carrie Ray, good morning, boo. Hey, Ali, good morning. It's good to see you. Hey, Hot Spice CT, good morning to you. Hey, Coco, what's going on? Good morning. Everyone that's getting themselves ready for work, whatever they have to do this morning, I hope you have a great and prosperous day. So, got we always got stories. Got like 16 stories to get through today. We got some hot topics. We have some local news that's going to be very, very heavy. And then after the local news, I'm going to drop the link. And, if anybody wants to come up and talk about anything that we've covered, or if there's anything they want to discuss in general, any questions for me or the crew, feel free to do so. And that time, and I'll do this every Friday, so that way we can just engage on a deeper level. So let's jump right into it. So the first story I want to talk about today is the YFN Lucci. So I don't know if you all have heard this briefly in the news, but YFN Lucci says he was stabbed in jail and claims that an inmate has put a bounty on his head. So he's requesting an early release from jail this week, claiming that he was stabbed in the back last month during a video call with a friend. The 31-year-old rapper also reportedly stated that inmates have put a bounty on his head, asking to be released from jail and agreeing to 24 home confinement with an ankle monitor. And so he's alleging that a fellow inmate stabbed him in the back while on a video call on February 9th. The attacker allegedly used a homemade shank to pierce his skin. He claims there's a bounty and that he's asking the judge for him to be released for a 24-hour confinement. And so remember, he is in jail for violating his probation in a murder case. He was supposed to be laying low, but they caught him in a strip club in a recording studio. So he was sent to jail, and he's been in jail since April of 2021 for failing to respect the terms of his probation. I will stay tuned. Do you think he should be released due to what's happened? I mean, considering he's been stabbed in jail, he's a rapper, high profile rapper, and there's a bounty amongst the inmates. Now, here's when I first read this, I said, it's not a bounty amongst the inmates. It's not a bounty amongst the inmates. The bounty is external. What's happening is now the inmates are fighting to see who's going to be the one to take him out. Like, that's a complete mob job, mob hit. Why y'all be doing this to me? Why? Oh my God. Okay. So I think it's an inside job. I think that YFN Lucci is definitely being targeted from somebody on the outside who's put a bounty hit on him outside, and now any inmate is after him. I'm gonna stay tuned. Do I think the judge is going to let him out on 24-hour confinement due to this? Probably not, but what they'll probably do is put him in another penitentiary somewhere else, maybe out of the state, somewhere else. But considering he's already violated the terms of his probation, I don't think they are willing at this point to at least let him out on a 24-hour confinement. What do you all think? Let me see. Hey, good morning, Red Wings hockey. It's so funny because there was a Red Wings hockey team back home in my hometown. So when I see that, I'm like, I wonder if this person is from my home team. But you told me before it's from Detroit. You're from Detroit. Welcome. And make sure you all hit the like button as you come on in. And let me apologize to you all. I did not know that they play ads like that in the front of the video. I thought the ads were for after the video goes on. So that will not happen again. I thought I took those off this morning, but I can notice that I see that those ads are on. That shit is so annoying. Even when I'm watching people and I go to the live and you got to watch an ad before you go in. So trust me, moving forward, that shit is coming off. I don't care what that does for any of my channels. That shit is so annoying. Let me get to what I want to watch. So my bad. Learning. Chuck it up to that. I'm learning. All right. So the next story I want to talk about, and I heard a couple of people talking about this story as well, and I just thought it was so interesting. But Freddy P. So Freddy P calls out Diddy about, why he hates the making the band so much. But what I found to be most interesting is that he said that this made him want to contemplate suicide. Now, I don't want to be too insincere, so let me just go ahead and give you all the story. So earlier this week, Freddy P took to Instagram to share his thoughts on his former boss and his experience with MTV's Making the Band 2. And so he reshared a fan post for Diddy about the way he was treated in the band. And he rewrote it and captioned, "God knows if I was Diddy, I would have done way more for these kids." And so he also took to his Instagram, which has now been deleted, but to make a comment to share some of his how he felt. And so I wanted to play some of that for you all, not the entire thing, because the brother can talk. You can clearly tell that he's missing the attention. He's a former artist, and so I don't want to take that away from him, but I just found it to be, how I am. You all know how I am. I always find stuff to be very, very interesting when it's time to be like, okay. So check out what this man has to say.
A lot of people don't understand what nigga been through. This year alone, I done contemplated suicide.
First of all, have you been through a shower? You know what? Let me stop. I'm not gonna do this.
I cried a few times thinking about leaving my son because you just get tired of life. It's like no matter what you try to do, you just got to keep battling. Niggas got their foot on your neck. Niggas want to see you fall. And it be niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's this nigga Puffy. And my main motherfucking reason why I really hate fucking life, dog. Like, people don't even understand. Like, I don't even give a fuck. But I've never been to a point where I've thought of suicide my whole life. Never. Nigga, I'm a gangster. I partake in my share of street things that might occur. I apologize for my sins every night.
Sorry, I was on mute. Just wanted to give you guys an idea of how he responded to the flashback of how he was treated and why, I looked at a lot of reports. I looked at a lot of online reports. I looked at a lot of Twitter comments, and the sentiment appears to be very divided, with me leaning on the side. I don't feel, I feel empathy for him, anybody who wants to commit suicide. But bro, it's been about it has to be about 20 years since that show has aired. You mean to tell me in those 20 years, you haven't settled some of these grievances? And, you said you're a gangster, you're a hard rapper, I don't have to, but damn, you know what I mean? And given we're in the digital area, you can just go record some music and drop it online if you really, really feel like you have the talent and you've been overlooked. So for me, it's like you got a little bit of 3 seconds of fame with this repost, and you're just taking it, and now you're trying to ride the sympathy wave. But I always tell people sympathy waves only go so far, because once you've reached the plateau of getting the sympathy you want, now what? Now what? Now's the work. Can you really rap? Like, I don't want to hear you coming out and then looking at you, and there's other issues there, bro. I don't even think you need to be talking about rapping right now. Like, are you serious? And I'm sorry to put Freddy P down like this, but no, I'm not falling for the shenanigans today. Good morning, Sharona B. Good morning to you. Yeah, it was too long for me, for one, and I couldn't get through it. I kept having to put the volume up. Like, what are you saying? Like, this is your rapping voice? What are we doing here? Good morning, Cash App and bullshit. Is he locked up? Apparently in the basement of his brother's home. Like, I guess he stayed with his brother, and I guess his kids stay with him. And he was saying how sometimes he be wanting to kill himself, but he don't want his brother to walk in on him dead. And I'm just like, for the life of dramatics, like, again, I don't want to make light of anybody who's suffering through suicidal thoughts, but at the same time, there's a lot of resources available to a lot of us in these moments. And coming out on social media just makes it worse. It really does. I know, right? Seems as if he's looking for sympathy. That's all it is. And it takes somebody to call it out. Everybody gonna be riding, and I'll be sitting there looking like, I feel bad for you. Give me some music and let me see what we can do. Sorry to say, he should have known Diddy wasn't ish when he made them walk to get cheesecake. Plus, Dylan was better. But, and here's the crazy thing, Miss Juicy Reviews. I feel like I would have been like Dawn. I feel like she became even more popular after that situation, with Danity Kane and all of that good stuff. So I'm just like, some of y'all were just lazy. I don't really feel bad for him, sorry. But yeah, he got some unresolved mental. That's all it is. What you gonna rap about? What are you? Come on now. Like, you see how this game goes. I don't think he has put out anything since making the band. And for what? Like, would you, Miss Jones, would you go buy it? People always say it would have to be Beyonce on it for me to listen to it. I think I would skip over that. Good morning, Miss Margot. How you doing? It's good to see you. Diddy did everything. Artist dirty. Yeah, he did. Everybody. And, to artists who looking at it clearly, people have taken heat. Nobody wanted to sign with him. Even Nicki Minaj was like, oh, about face, and said no. So, no. So I don't feel bad for him. I didn't feel bad for him, but I just wanted to talk about it because I was listening to a lot of people who were saying this, and they agree with him. And yeah, I agree that Diddy is a shitty ass manager. And I agree that we all have known that for some time now. And I agree that even, within the 20 years that he suffered through this, I think there's been a lot of opportunities for him to make some noise. So I just think that, this was the wrong angle. That's how I feel about it. All right. Moving right along. Now, I'm with some of you all. Some of these rappers are not familiar to me at all. So Los Angeles rapper Yng17 was fatally run over by a trailer after a verbal altercation with a motorist. And so let's get into this story real quick. So the aspiring actress who went by Yng17, his real name Tariq Grant, was in North Hollywood when he, as a pedestrian, began arguing with a driver who was towing a trailer attached to a white Toyota Tundra. And so, as a pedestrian, he's getting into a brief verbal altercation with this driver around 3:40 p.m. while the driver was at a red light. And they said that the 28-year-old proceeded to get on top of the trailer's left wheel well, which is when the truck started to move. The trailer hit a concrete barrier and Tariq Grant fell to the ground where he was run over and pinned. First responders arrived at the scene and Grant was pronounced dead. The Los Angeles County Coroner's Office later identified him as the person who was killed. A family member verified on Tuesday that he performed under the name Yng17. So now police are still investigating whether, the incident, and no arrests have been made. It's unclear what exactly the argument between the Grant and the driver was about. But motorists are reminded to remain patient while driving on the roadway, and pedestrians are reminded not to ride on portions of a vehicle that are not designated or intended for the use of passengers. Now, what kind of dumbass shit was that? I mean, I hate for him to have lost his life, but man, to get into an argument with a driver, and there's so many times where I'm walking my dog and drivers are like trying to make a right turn and I'm trying to go because I clearly have the right of way. And I almost get knocked the hell out, but I would never drop my dog and go jump on someone's car because I know that a car can run me over. I never doubt the impact of a vehicle. So I was like, this is when you doing the most gets you caught the fuck up. And so now this young man has been killed. My condolences is with the family. I do hope the police do an investigation just to make sure everything is still clear. What kind of argument was it? Was it just to make sure everything is clear? It's not no premeditated type of thing. Clearly, it was like they were at a rest stop and maybe he was trying to walk across the street. I don't know, but it just sounds like, damn, bro. Ness and Bunny was the ones who had bars. Yeah, Bunny, but man. Whoa, how that was gonna work? Hey, Hot Spicy Tea, Mistress, did Diddy still have Mace Masters? He does. Didn't Mace get his masters back? Good morning, Brick Girl. How you doing this morning? Exactly. I just don't know what's going on in this world today, baby. I don't either. I tell you this though, ain't no argument worth me jumping on no trailer tractor, big ass tire in defense of nothing. That ain't that important to me to win no argument. You got it. I'll get your tag plate number. I'll figure out what I need to do later, but that's just definitely the wrong move. So now this man is dead. He's deceased. And so again, let's all be mindful. Take the lesson in that. The next story I think is interesting is Meghan Markle. So Meghan Markle's half sister, Samantha, wants to sue her over her Oprah interview. And so she wants to sue her sister for defamation. She's saying that her sister falsely claimed to be an only child and claimed that Meghan lied about the time frame of when they last saw each other. She's saying that the defamatory implication is that plaintiff Samantha had no relationship whatsoever with her sister Meghan. They were virtual strangers, and that Samantha has created a lucrative career selling false stories to tabloids and television programs when she knows nothing about defendant's childhood, Meghan's. Samantha goes on to accuse Meghan of bashing their father, Thomas Markle, in an attempt to sell the world a false rags to royalty narrative of her life. Meghan falsely claimed that A, she essentially raised herself from virtual poverty, B, she was forced from the age of 13 to work in a series of low-paying jobs to make ends meet, and Mr. Markle suffered 2 heart attacks in the weeks before Meghan's wedding in May 2018 due to stress associated with the royal wedding. She also claims her half-sister published and disseminated false and malicious statements about the plaintiff in New York Times bestselling book, Finding Freedom. Samantha is asking for $75,000 in damages and for the cost of court and attorney's fees. Now, a rep for Meghan said to Page 6 This is baseless and absurd lawsuit is just a continuation of a pattern of disturbing behavior. We will give it the minimum attention necessary, which is all it deserves. Now, in my opinion, I yeah, I didn't even know Meghan had a sister. She wrote about it. Um, is she the only child from her mother? Yeah, share the same father. And so I don't know. You are, I mean, I feel like there's something there. I just don't know what it is. So I'd be interested for this lawsuit to go through. So the fact finding and the discovery phase, we can kind of uncover, what truths are there. Did you lie about some of your childhood growing up? Because it's easy to be pushed to fabricate or extend the word we use, extend some stories, for the sake of PR and wanting to be, popular. So I can see where her sister might find some truth in that. But it'd be interesting to see because it's an uphill battle fighting Meghan Markle, knowing that she has the access to the attorneys that she does have access to. So I thought that was interesting. And knowing that Meghan Markle was just on the cusp of being at the NAACP Awards with her mother, and now we have this. I'm telling you how these things play themselves out. So I'll stay tuned to that. Now, I don't know if you all heard about this or saw this, but I thought this shit was so hilarious. Joy Behar took a tumble. She's jealous because she's broke. Just call and ask for some funds. Period. Girl. Or go another route. Shit. Do what Jamie Lynn Spears did. Write a book. Joy Behar suffers a dramatic fall on The View, face plants in front of the audience, and that shit was captured on the camera. And I think the cameraman was being shady because he didn't move the camera at all. So it left it on her to be seen. Check this out. Baby.
Come on, just stop, just stand. Let me tell you, these chairs are dangerous.
Knock that ass right on out. So she, of course, she brushed it off. She was a straight up G about it. Of course, she brushed it off, but I think it was a nice, cute moment to catch her in a different spot. She, of course, Whoopi Goldberg rushed over and said, "Just stand." Like, girl, she can't just stand if she done fell her ass over. So Behar got up quickly, rushed to her chair. She said, 25 years, that has never happened. Who do I sue? Bitch, your knees. That's who you sue. She said, the main thing, just to talk seriously, when Bob Saget fell, he died. So if you hit your head and you feel dizzy or you have blurred vision or you feel like you want to go to sleep, go to the doctor because that will kill you. And of course, she tried to play it off on a good note. No, baby, you fell. Her father and siblings be doing the most. She judged because she's broke. Yeah, her father and siblings be doing the most. I agree. And I feel like do you feel like the door is open for them to have conversation with Meghan Markle the way they want to, though? Like, I feel like it's not as open as we think it is. It's not as easy as we think it is. Hey, Shantae, good morning to you. That fall with baby. Talking about some, if you bump your head, get up, because she's thinking about Bob Saget. Oh, did you think about him before the fall or after the fall? Don't just try to be in the moment, honey. Trying to make your moment, his moment, your moment. It don't work like that, bitch. Your knees. That was all in them knees, baby. Okay. That was all in them fucking knees. At this point, even if she's lying, don't nobody even know her. The money she's suing for, she could have asked for that. Well, that was the other thing. I'm like, damn, $75,000. So is this just a statement? I would have stayed on the floor, child. Called 911 on the job. Not for the view, Miss Jones. I'm sure there's some indemnification clause in her contract. Poor lady felt like the life alert lady. Oh my God, we got a lot of life alerts. Not the life alert lady. Yeah, she did. That's her next. Damn it, that's the next angle she need to do. If you really want to get into a sponsor, a spinoff to a sponsor deal, I can see her doing that. Hey, Six. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, I want you to have a good day at work. Good morning. You all hit the like button on your way in too, you all. All right. So let's get into another story. Melinda Gates. So she opens up for the first time about her divorce with Bill Gates, and she addresses the Jeffrey Epstein connection. And so she goes on to say, of course, she said some of this stuff before when it first came out, but when she was, and she was interviewed by Gayle King for CBS Mornings. And so she was asked about her split from Bill as her thoughts on her former husband's much discussed connection with convicted Jeffrey Epstein. So she says, I certainly believe in forgiveness. She says, so I thought we had worked through some of that. It wasn't one moment or one specific thing that happened. There just came a point in time where there was enough there where I realized it just wasn't healthy and I couldn't trust what he had. And so she really didn't want to recount what the long interaction was between her and her husband. But what she did say was, as I said, it's not one thing, it was many things. I did not like that he had meetings with Jeffrey Epstein. No. And she said that she had made that clear at the time. And then she goes on to say, I also met Jeffrey Epstein exactly one time. Yes, because I wanted to see who this man was. Okay. Let me sip on that. You met him one time because you want to see who he was. My red flag went all the way fuck up in the sky. It was up there. All the way up there. And I regretted it from the second I stepped in the door. He was abhorrent. He was evil personified. I had nightmares about it afterwards. What you had nightmares about? So my heart breaks for these young women because that's how I felt. And here I am as an older woman. My God, I feel terrible for those young women. And so speaking in more general terms about our marriage and, the communication, she basically says she's turning a new page in the chapter and she's excited about what's to come. She says that her and Bill's relationship is working and it's room to grow. And she does what I do. We're friendly at this point. And she said, friends is a different word for me. That might come over time, but for me, there's still healing that needs to happen. Certainly, I wish him well. I don't wish him harm. And so, of course, CBS News reached out to Bill Gates and asked him what he thought of it and got his response. And he said, he will always be sorry for the pain that I caused Melinda and our family. He continued, I admire Melinda and everything she does to improve the lives of women and girls around the world. And I'm grateful for the work we continue to do together at our foundation. But it was a huge mistake to spend time with him to give him the credibility of being there. And so, the lives of the rich and the famous, the very wealthy. To this day, I do feel like between Melinda and Bill and Jeffrey Epstein, I feel like there was more there, but because they have the resources they do, I think it ended how it did, with them getting the divorce, her making her separate ways, and him allowing her to make whatever statement she wanted to make, and him accepting his fault. Because he's gonna always be wealthy and rich, and she's well to do, of course, but I'll be looking at both of them sideways, to be honest with you. I don't give a damn. She fell because she needs some Jordans on. She needs some milk. I'm telling you, you talking about sue. She want to get up. Who should I sue? A knee brace. You need to sue to get a knee brace. The exact cost. What do you mean? That fault was everywhere. Lisa Rinna did it with the pin. Now, Lisa Rinna is just... I was asking somebody the other day. I was like, would you if the last person on the earth to sleep with and procreate, have a baby with, would you sleep with Lisa Rinna? Like, she is not my thing at all. She just comes off as she bathes with fish. Like, she goes out, ooh, she does this erratic shit that I just can't get into. Miss Juicy she needs some Jordans that look like Caitlyn Jenner. Oh, are you talking about looks? Oh, you talking about Melinda Gates? Baby, I thought you said Megan. Caitlyn, honey. No wonder he dipped off so soon and so quickly, right? She reminds me of the heavier set with Hocus Pocus. Betty Midler. I love that movie. There is no integrity today. Everyone has a camera now, and outing your own friends is funny today. When I party, no cameras are allowed. Oh my God. It's a lot of events I go to where you got to put your camera in the door before you even go in. And then, like, if there's anything that gets leaked on social media or anything, your ass is sued out the wazoo. She's getting in front of the story and distancing herself, something coming down the pipeline. I agree. They said, no, I don't trust them. I don't trust either of them. I don't either. That's what I said. It's got to be something more to it. Good morning, Sticks girl. Good morning. Hey, Kayleen White. Good morning to you. She looks like she could be Bruce Caitlyn Jenner. Y'all are not going to do this lady like that. You are not going to do her like that. Really? Now, you know, she done gave half of her money away, y'all, in wealth. She done donated to half the world. She's giving it away. Her goal is to give it away. Half her proceeds, even more than that, to half the world. And here we are talking about this lady look like Caitlyn Jenner. Y'all are not right. I didn't say it. I didn't. Not Jordans for their ankle support. Well, ankle to knee support. I bet you she come out there in some kitten heels tomorrow. I bet you that. Hey, good morning. Good morning. No one cares. How you doing? Mrs. Date in the morning time. No, not bad. The dark-haired one. Oh, the dark-haired one. I know what you're talking about. The big one. The big one. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was my movie. She is kind of handsome. Oh, my God. I see which outside y'all woke up on. Not Caitlyn. It don't matter. Facts are facts. America. Yeah, there's definitely some more to this story. I don't know what. I can't put my hands on it, but it's definitely more to this story. And like you said, she's definitely trying to get out here and get ahead of it, pending something else coming down the pipeline. But whatever it is, I don't think it'll be so damaging that it'll harm her business or whatever she has coming. But it may be somebody else may leak a story about him and try to connect her to it. I don't know, but we'll stay. We'll still ain't it hocus pocus every time Halloween comes around, that movie comes on. I have all the dances down pat. That was my movie when I was growing up. And my brothers and my I told you about my little uncle. We used to watch that movie at my grandmother's house, Hocus Pocus. That was a good movie. All right, let's get into the next story. Oh, speaking of movies, so Master movie trailer was released. And so this movie I'm really excited about. I keep trying to give y'all movies so you all can enjoy some of these movies that are going to be released, go into some of the theaters, you know, just to get out and, you know, enjoy some air. So Regina Hall plays a professor, Gayle Bishop, who was promoted to master of a residence hall, becoming the first Black woman to hold this title at the fictional Lancaster College. Now I'm going to share the trailer with you all. I think now it's you know how Jordan Peele does, and so this is a director who has worked with Jordan Peele. So some of the remnants of this movie will be exactly like, you know, how he gives it, how he serves it up. But check this out.
Last name, first name?
Warren. Jasmine.
Guys, she got the room.
Legends. Lancaster College is crowded with them. When you go to a school that's nearly as old as the country, you can expect to hear a few.
It can be really hard for students of color. Just know I'm here.
It's amazing, Gayle. First Black master.
Very exciting.
It is.
So, you live here too?
Yeah.
The whole school's cursing.
Okay. You're gonna have to try a lot harder than that to scare me.
Seriously, it's real.
I understand. I went through it.
Can I just...
This school is unwilling to see itself for what it truly is.
I've been having nightmares.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Why is this administration spending more energy undermining my tenure than on ferreting out who's been terrorizing the student body?
I can't get away from it, Jasmine. I'll follow you. It's everywhere.
So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. It hits theaters March 18th. So it looks like a date movie, a date night. Let me put that back up for you all. I would say go check it out. It's a Master movie featuring Regina Hall, March 18th. It's a cute thing to go and check out. Again, the director of this movie is associated with Jordan Peele. So I say go support. What is the name of it'll be released on Prime Video on March 18th. So it's a cute in the house date night. It's not actually going to in select theaters. So I don't know if it'll be in your theater, a theater near you. But it's Regina Hall, and the director name is Mariama Diallo. Writer director. She's behind this. I wanted to give her a shout out too. So go on, girl, do your thing. Okay, so now I wanted to talk about this because last year I did a For the Culture on rappers, and I was talking about how rapping nowadays is really perpetuated by a lot of violence, and it's really about who can be on top, the bravado. It's really not even about whether you can rap or not. It's really about dominance on turf wars, just similar to like drug wars. I got this corner, I got this block. So one that has been fueling, and now it's spawning off into older rappers, which I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Is where is the damn NBA YoungBoy? If I can find NBA YoungBoy. So he wrote this song called NBA YoungBoy, I Hate YoungBoy. And in this song, he talks a lot about different artists that he don't like. He said a lot of different things, and really the gist of it was started out because he was mocking people who told him he shouldn't diss rapper King Von, who died on November 6, 2020. Now, if you know anything about that situation, King Von is associated with Lil Durk in Chicago, whole Chicago thing. And so he called also in this song I Hate, and it came out last week. He also goes on to diss Quando Rondo, Lil Durk's fiance, India Royale, Gucci Man, 21 Savage, Lil Baby, and also Boosie Badass, Chinese Kitty, and Lil Meech. So you just would assume that, okay, it's just a diss record. Maybe the smaller rappers would come out here. But I think what's caught everybody's attention is that you have NBA YoungBoy hurting Boosie's feelings. So Boosie's feelings has been hurt because in the song, NBA YoungBoy basically says, feel like Boosie don't even like me. Bitch, don't call my phone. Fuck you. And so Boosie goes on to say that hurt his feelings. He thought that was his boy, that was his little dog, but fuck him. So he released this song, I think last night or earlier, and it, it wasn't a favorite of mine at all. It was his track, and everybody said he came out his bag. Boosie stepped it up. It was allegedly his diss song. Now, someone else who came out their bag about this situation was Gucci Man. Gucci Man released a track called Publicity Stunt after this NBA YoungBoy's diss track. And NBA, now this track I actually enjoyed. I think it was a really, really good put together track. He goes on to say that he's trying to pull a publicity stunt. These rappers be pussy. They bleed once a month. Don't speak on my name. Don't get put in a blunt. You can diss all you want. Still won't get a response. Publicity stunt. And he goes on to Instagram to upload a picture of himself, captioned it, I feel like I'm Gucci Man in 2006, referencing YoungBoy 2's song back in 2006 when he made a song that said, I feel like I'm Gucci Man. So I bring this all up to say that here we are again, and this beef has started steadily coming back on the rise between these two. And we have NBA YoungBoy, who is currently incarcerated. However, He has a ton of affiliates, and my thing is that I feel like the affiliates in both Lil Durk and their affiliates will get caught up in something else. And here we are leading into the summer where we have all of these festivals and concerts. So you hear here first where I'm telling you, I feel like this is leading itself up to something, and we need to go ahead and stop this now. Like Gucci Man, it's not even, I'm shocked you respond. I'm shocked Boosie responded. Like I would have laughed, like, okay, it's cool, you know. But to see that they responded really lets me know that this is bigger than just beef. This is really about turf wars and trying to, you know, assert dominance. And so I know this is something a little bit different than what we normally talk about. I wanted to pay attention to this. It don't matter. It's still my movie. He's been upgraded to dinner. Oh, that's right. That's right. You going to dinner now. I wish I could get me an upgrade. You gotta let us know I love a black dealer. Yes, yes. I'm so into that movie. I think it's definitely worth going to see. Master. Again, it's on Prime Video on the 18th of March. Did I put my calendar up yet? No, not yet. Oh my, yeah. Okay, I'm scared. You can't be scared. Good morning, Kings Mina. Totally unavoidable. You think so? There's already shooting that happened with the associates of YoungBoy. That's the thing. It's Miss Juicy review. It's like when do we all think that, like, you know, at a point where we stop blurring the lines between, you know, what you're doing for your job versus how you're gonna live. Like, I don't think you should be feeling threatened coming from the studio going home, you know, but it makes it very, very hard for folks like this and these careers. And then you got bigger artists throwing themselves behind this, makes it even harder. So that's why I really, really wanted to bring that you know, raise awareness. And I know folks are going to be talking about it. The NBA YoungBoy situation. He recently tried to the judge recently in his case recently threw some evidence away, allowing some video as evidence not to proceed in court, which was a win for him on his side, but he's still incarcerated. All right. So, and this is a good time, and we're gonna switch right over to local news. And you all hit the like button if you can, if you want to. I appreciate it. First story: hailing out of Florida. Florida Lyft driver arrested after allegedly raping intoxicated woman in the backseat of his car. Now, Florida. It's like I be trying not to find stories from Florida. It don't be like I be going to say, okay, I'm about to go find me a Florida story. It's just they be the stories that are just like, are you kidding me? So, Florida Lyft driver arrested after allegedly raping woman in the backseat of car. So, according to the Miami Herald, the incident took place just before dawn on February 27th when 26-year-old Lyft driver Kevin picked up
of sexually assaulting a female passenger. Police say 27-year-old Kevin Rojas reported.
Kevin Rojas picked up the alleged victim from a Wynwood bar. The woman, who was visiting from Texas, told police she was at the establishment with a friend, but decided to leave after she became sick and started vomiting. So once he arrived at the bar minutes later and began driving the woman back to her hotel on Collins Avenue, the woman claims he went past her destination and continued to drive around before finding a place to park. It was at that time the Lyft driver allegedly got into the backseat and started to sexually assault the woman. She explained to police that she repeatedly told him to stop, but was too intoxicated to fight him off. The man reportedly returned to the driver's seat minutes later and dropped off the passenger at her hotel. She immediately called police and filed a complaint. Police say they've reviewed surveillance footage and that was consistent with the woman's statement. He was arrested Tuesday at his home and charged with sexual battery on a physically helpless victim. His bond was set at $500,000. Are you fucking kidding me? Now you call, the reason they tell you to call the Lyft, call the Uber, call these rides is because you know you're too intoxicated to drive. Call one. You don't ever expect to get in a Lyft and someone to think that's an opportunity to take advantage of you. But clearly this man thought it was an opportunity to take advantage of this woman in the backseat of her car. Now, she was very intoxicated. So, you know, I was going to say things like, you know, having your cell phone near you on your hand. Cause, you know, sometimes if you hold it down, that emergency thing goes off and it just dials 911 automatically. But sometimes when you're intoxicated, you don't have that opportunity. But what do you all think about this story here? Jesus, send him up under the jail. Yeah. And then also, you know, lock that motherfucker up. Good morning, Shy Love Chicago. Good morning to you. Hugs. They couldn't get there fast enough to record it. Whatever happened to girl code? We come together, we leave together. Hell, in my days, it would be 5 of us squeezed in a bathroom stall. That's very true. That is very true. That is real. That is very true. Something in my mind tells me that this definitely wasn't that kind of group of friends, because you're right. If my friend says I'm extremely drunk and I drove us here, you just gonna get in the Uber, I'm definitely gonna be making sure you got home, especially if I took you, I'm gonna make sure, like, I'm gonna put you in either a vehicle or something, or we're gonna go, but I'm not gonna like totally be absent. I ain't call you, I ain't check on you. I mean, damn, after the crime, why he even offered a bond. Well, she better hit Lyft. And that's okay. Now we're getting the ball rolling to what I was gonna say. Now I'm like, okay, so are there any policies that have been violated on the side of him working for Lyft? You know what I'm saying? Is there any way I can go after them? Do I get free rides for the rest of my fucking life? Like, what, you know, what could you all have done to prevent this? Is there something, you know, I could have done in the app, or, you know, is there something in his background? Like, there's a lot of different things of ways that you could look at this. Somebody should have left with her. Wasn't she visiting Florida from Texas? No, she was actually at a bar. Lyft says the driver has been permanently removed from the Lyft community, and we stand ready to assist law enforcement with their investigation in any way. They describe the behavior as appalling. He faces up to 40 years in prison if convicted. Yes, she was. Roe has picked up the alleged victim from a Wynwood bar. The woman who was visiting from Texas told police she was at an establishment with a friend, but decided to leave after she became sick and started vomiting. Rojos arrived at the bar minutes later and began driving the woman back to her hotel. And that's even fucking worse. If you're visiting and I'm the friend that stays in town, I'm damn sure not letting you get in the car and go to the hotel by yourself and you drunk. That's just making it even worse. I'm thinking she at home. Like, you're right. You're right. Baby, are you kidding me? Some of the females can be just as ruthless of these predators. Real rap. You're right. That's some real shit. That was not her friend. No, it wasn't. You can't get me to believe that was her friend. Ain't no damn way. We both got fucked up. I just got a little more fucked up. I bet you I don't want you around me ever again. Good morning, human hysteria. It's good to see you. Good morning. So Florida. And the bigger picture and the bigger thing about this, y'all, is when you get in a Lyft and all of that stuff, I know we be seeing them alerts that pop up on our phone when we ride in the Uber app and the Uber stuff, and it'd be like, you know, click here for safety and shit. Leave that app open. You don't know, especially when it's at nighttime, leave that shit open. Or hold your phone down for emergencies, especially, you know, our most vulnerable populations, you know, children, women, the elders, you know, stuff like that. You never fucking know what's on the brains of people. We always get into our Lyft and our Ubers thinking that there's this presumed level of safety, that we expect them to treat us as if they work directly for us, and we forget that they work for Uber, and that's a whole different situation. So be mindful. It definitely put me on alert to be like, okay, you know, even though I know damn well I'm gonna have to be fucked up for you to think you finna hop in the back seat. You got to be some sick ass person to think you're gonna pull that shit off over on me. Walking dogs in the bushes. Oh, I'm be doing mine shortly. Hey, what are your dogs' names? All right, let's move on to the next story. So we talked about this before, right? And I keep wanting to continue the story so that way we can understand the effects of this. So I think it was earlier this week or maybe last week we talked about the child abuse lawsuit in Texas that they're, you know, pushing, that the governor now has a push that if there's any therapies for like students who are expressing, you know, any gender issues or gender questions, all of that is deemed child abuse. Well, we have our first Texas state investigating parents of a transgender teenager after governor's orders. But this one, you all, is a little bit different. And you want to know why? Because the parents of the 16-year-old girl are asking a judge to block the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services from investigating them and parents and other parents. Now, the reason they're doing this is the lawsuit doesn't name the parents, but said the mother, okay? The mother works at the DFPS, the Department of Family Protective Services, and she works on the review of reports of abuse and negligence. So the day the governor released this order of checking organizations and agencies for child abuse if they're offering any forms of treatment, she went to her supervisor and was like, how would this affect me? And so instantly she was placed on leave because she has a transgender daughter. And the following day, she was informed her family would be investigated in accordance with the governor's directive. So now, you know, she's out here becoming an advocate for a policy that essentially she would have been in charge of managing. And I was like, now, ain't that the pot and the kettle and the black all in one room, just looking at each other? I'm like, wow. They instantly realized that, look, we got someone in our own house who will, you know, essentially be affected by this policy. We have to get them out. She has grounds to sue on so many different angles. She can sue on discrimination. She can sue. There's so many elements to this. And I'm just like, I was always wondering, how is this going to play out? Because you're violating so many different rights, especially the rights of parents. Because if I said it's okay for my child to do something, what is it for you to tell me that's child abuse? You know, if it's definitely not harming them, and we've both agreed, and by the law, I'm not doing anything harming them, and you just deem it child abuse, something's got to give. So I think it's really, really interesting that someone in their own office had to bring this to light. The least her friend could have done was talk her the whole way home. We do that too, especially on road trips. You just be sitting there on the phone talking to them. But more than likely, we're leaving together. Like, if I'm fucked up and you fucked up, what kind of whole shit that is? You trying to stay at the bar? What you looking for? A sneaky link? You looking for a sneaky link while I'm fucked up and I'm trying to get home? No, you gotta work. You gotta get me home and then come back for the sneaky link. Like, no one's left behind. Even if we all met up, there's no cabs and lifts. We even drive their car to safety, right? We were just talking about how they have that thing here where they the van will come take you and your car and drive you back to your location. I just think that's very tricky. The big one is Big Booty Tina. The Chihuahua is Mimi the Monster. Big Booty Tina and Mimi the Monster. Oh my God. Not Big Booty Tina. Okay. And Mimi. I sense a whole bunch of attitude in both. Like a whole bunch of feistiness. The whole thing. Girl, like, are you kidding me? No, what the hell we got going on here? So it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays, this first lawsuit, because it's going to set a precedence for the state, but also other states who are interested in enacting such legislation. Or it's not even a law, you all. It's a sort of an ordinance that he's passed, deeming that these procedures are child abuse, you know, forms of child abuse in this state. So it'll be interesting to see if it can be blocked by the courts in Texas. Something tells me no. But we'll see what this lawsuit does. They popped themselves. Right. That's what I said. I said, now look at here. And I said, that's how it always happens when organizations be trying to like side one way politically on any kind of topic, because it's always someone in leadership who leans to that other side. I remember at one of my jobs, I didn't even know the person that I was cool with at my job was a Jehovah's Witness, because, you know, she acted normal. She carried herself, you know, she never was like that. And so I didn't know she was the one that stopped the whole office from celebrating holidays. But I kept complaining to her, like, I don't understand why we can't, you know, do that for Christmas. Or I kept saying that to her until I found out that, you know, she's the one. And then I started looking at her like, damn, you know. So it's like, you never know who around you is impacting policies silently behind you, or who will be affected by him. So I'm glad that gotcha. I love the way the universe works. Instant karma, ain't it? Karma is a bitch. Good morning, Molly. Good morning. Right. Just like this optional mask policy in school, some parents see it as child abuse. So just a quick question, not even a topic, but as parents, would you send your child to school still wearing their mask, or would you send the child to school without their masks nowadays, considering all of these optional mask mandates? Are you all still, would you tell them to wear their masks? Both. I would. Texas be on some different time. Let's get these likes up, loves. Don't judge, be a space filler. Thank you. Yes, please hit the like button, y'all. Come on, hit the like button. I appreciate it, because I always never understood, like, you know, I thank you. Okay, I didn't want to be the only one. You better put that fucking mask on, and when you get outside, you can take the mask off. But okay, yes. Hey, Miss Toby, yes, put your mask on. Like, for one thing, I don't know what nobody else is doing in their household. So, and you coming back to my household, I definitely want to be care. So, yeah, I don't think it's anything wrong with it. I hear it, but I do see on both sides, black and white parents, I've seen them saying that they don't want their child to wear the mask anymore. They want it to come off. You can take your mask off. And I'm just like, well, what kind of, like, wow, you know? Hey, Miss Gerald, good morning. Good morning. I don't play. Okay. Mask on. I'm telling you, I damn near had my dog with a mask on. I did it one time just to take a picture to see how he would look with a mask on. He looked like I can't breathe. Nose and mouth in the same area. He just came in the room. All right, let's move on to the next one. Baby, so you know everything that's going on with Ukraine. You know everything that's going on with Russia invading Ukraine, and how the most recent thing is that now Russia has striked the UK's sort of nuclear power plant in Ukraine. And so they shut off 4 of the reactors, so it's not generating any electricity. But there's 2 on. One was shot down. The other one, I think, is still generating electricity. And the one that's still remaining, the Russian military is not allowing the firefighters to come in to sort of put the fire out. So you got that going on. And so over in the States, because of that, you got folks in Atlanta stealing gas. I'm like, are you really stealing gas? And it's not even about them stealing gas, it's how they're stealing the gas. So this fool, okay, this man has been running around stealing folks' gas, I guess, across the city. And so he finally was caught. The victims turned over surveillance images to police, who then put out a bulletin for the suspect. Police said an observant officer spotted the suspect and pulled him over near the intersection, confirming his identity, and he was taken into custody. So one incident, this lady said she didn't know anything was wrong with her car until she was about 2 miles down the road and it suddenly stopped. Some folks helped her get to the gas station. She started pumping gas, but it never seemed to fill up. She looked up under her car. $75 worth of gas was flowing out like honey. You want to know why? She called a mechanic. The mechanic told her someone had drilled a hole into her tank. And so the guy was drilling a hole under folks' tanks and stealing the gas that way. And so this has caused upwards of $2,000 to $4,000 worth of damage in folks' car, all because he's stealing gas. Now, this is some kind of shit that'll get you fucked up. You turned a small little thing into a big issue. Now I got a hole in my gas tank. I mean, damn, what happened to them just sticking the muzzle in your gas, you know, the knob on the side of your car? You putting holes in your tank. And I wish I'd have showed y'all the picture of the hole in her tank. This girl got a big ass hole in the back of her tank. I said, damn, fuck, they're all up. How would you know if your kid followed your directives in school? Well, that's true. That's absolutely true. When I see you out of school, mask on. But you're right, because I'm sure my cousins' boys don't always keep their mask on in school. So they kids moan about it though. Me and mine, we wear masks. Put your mask on. I pay them Dr. Booth if you get sick. Okay. Hey, TC, good morning. Good morning. Yes, drilling holes in tanks. Do you know how pissed I would be to go outside and find a hole drilled in my tank? All because you think the gas fucking price is going up because of Russia. So now you think it's worth you stealing gas like this? Matthew Resnick is his name. Some country white man in Atlanta. They were stealing gas in 2006, stealing it the same way with holes in the tank. These motherfuckers are out to get you. They are out to get you. They are not out just to take the gas. They want to fuck your car up. This dude, yes, drilling holes and stealing the gas. This dude in my town 10 years ago was siphoning gas, died doing that. You would smell gas around your car before getting in. That's true. That's true. And the lady said what killed me was she drove about 2 miles and the car stopped. Then she got help pushed to the gas station and she filled up. And then she looked under the car and it was just flowing out like honey. I said, he fucked you up. What a way to start your day. Mask on, mask on. Carrie Ray, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You know, majority tell them on themselves, right? It's about the choice, not the mask. But you better put your damn mask on, right? Period. So let's keep it up with Atlanta. So these motherfuckers in Atlanta be getting it cracking. So this next story in Atlanta. Now, this lady, she was chilling. Not chilling. Let me just even say it like that. But she was out shopping, minding her business. And at the Home Depot, loading her car up, about to leave. You go into a Home Depot shopping. She was at the home improvement store, and a man came up behind her, and he kept telling her he was going to kill her. And so the woman said she had just put her shopping cart away, unlocked her car, and got in. She said at the same time, the man who was wearing a gray ski mask and carrying a 6-inch knife slid into the passenger seat and shut the door. He took his left hand and put it on her wrist and held it very tightly, and with his right hand came toward her neck with a knife. She said he seemed desperate and demanded she take him to Alabama, or at least to the bus stop. She offered him her purse, her car, even a ride. She just tried to talk to him. And every time he told me he was going to kill me, I said, "You're not going to kill me. That's not going to help you one bit." She said the man sliced her finger and pushed the knife so hard into her upper torso, it went through her jacket and her blouse and cut her. After about 10 minutes, the man grabbed the necklace she was wearing and got out the car. The woman also jumped out and screamed for help. The man slipped away before police or security arrived. Police are still looking for him. They're going through surveillance video, and investigators want the woman to take a look at a photo lineup. The woman is grateful she's okay and is warning others to, if possible, to adjust their car lock so that when they hit the unlock button, only the driver's side opens. She said if her car had been programmed that way, the man would not have been able to open the passenger side door. And she also advises others to carry some cash. She said at one point she gave the man some money she had in her wallet, and it seemed to de-escalate things. It was very scary. I'm extremely thankful. It could have totally gone a different way. Baby, for a ride to Alabama or the nearest bus stop. I'm like, Atlanta, what is going on? What is going on while you couldn't just siphon it with a hose? Like, Shante, I said the same thing. I said, so what happened to just using a hose? At least I wouldn't have known about it until I got in the car. Like, damn, I'm out of gas. I thought I filled up yesterday. It ain't take me nothing but go $40 to fill back up. Now I got to go spend $25 to get a whole new tank in the bottom because you want to be handy, motherfucking man, trying to get as much as you can. Fucking country ass fool. Good morning, Jean Grey Blue. Good morning. I'm good. I hope you will enjoy your weekend. You too, TC. You too. I definitely am. Yes. Jump right in the car. My mask is on, but the choice is the American way. I'll tell you, I'll be masked up and people be looking at me like I got something. Like I'm the one walking around with something. Like, okay. Oh, wow. Yes. It had to be drugs. It had to be drugs. You said two different things. You said you want me to take you to Alabama or the nearest bus stop. What are we talking about? You want to go up the street or you want to go to the next state? What are we doing here? How much time do you want to waste of mine? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, what are we fighting for? What is really going on? Where are you trying to go? Like, what? And all I'm trying to do is get some potted plants and some soil. And you want to go where? I'd have been so fucking confused, just like that lady who got shit thrown on her. Well, let me tell y'all. I watched that video so much yesterday. I just couldn't. The way the man just threw the bag on her face and a piece fell on the floor. I said, that has got to be some of the lowest degrading things you can do to a human being, is throw some shit on their face. But baby, you jump in my fucking car. If I had some shit, I'd throw some shit on your face. That man was her baby daddy. He didn't want to pay for gas. I'm not going. Bitch, if I can't drive, you can't either. Fuck that. Good idea. It was a good idea. That's why I read that. I said I thought that was a good idea because my car is programmed that when you push the unlock button once, it only unlocks my door. And then if you push it twice, it locks the rest of the car doors. I didn't know most cars were made that if you push it once, it unlocks all the cars. I'm like, well, what kind of shit, girl? Damn, bitch, you open for a gang attack. All your doors unlocked. Come on, y'all. As soon as you hit unlock, what? You definitely need to fix that. That's true. Adjust the lock so he said only exactly. Father in heaven. Here she go. Not carry some not carry some just in case I need cash. Hell no. I'm gonna preach the opposite. Don't carry cash. Are you kidding me? Talking about some carry a little bit of cash. It seemed like it de-escalate the issue. Now that sounds backwards as hell. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We're not gonna do that. These drugged out street ninjas are targeting women, single black women running up in their homes when they open their doors, etc. It's a mess. Yeah, that's why we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it and be very, very aware and comfortable and know some of these strategies. I'm telling you, especially with the Uber and the Lyft stories. Like I always try to find an Uber and Lyft story because I know it's a lot of people who take Ubers and Lyfts. Like, just to be careful because it's a lot of, you never know when a person is just decided that this morning I'm going to be evil. Like, just evil day for you. That story again. Baby, I had to watch it, Shantae. I'm sorry. I know some women might not want to, but I strongly encourage getting your gun license for protection. People are crazy. I agree. Yep. As soon as get in the car, I lock all my doors. Click, click. Okay, we not going. Yes, carry cash, a sock. Oh, period. A sock full of pennies. Are you kidding me? Bitch, a whole pipe full of dimes. You got me fucked up. I'm not carrying no accessible cash to be stolen. This is my get robbed money. Put that up. What are we talking about? What, huh? Just in case I get robbed, just put that aside. Just gonna put a little few dollars in case somebody want to rob me. Are you asking for it? Don't put that kind of karma energy out here. What are we doing? Hell no. No, I'm not giving no one that kind of benefit of the doubt. And a box cutter. Baby, let me tell y'all something. All right, let me just put y'all in the game. I bought a whole box of small box of 100 box cutters off of Amazon. And they're about this long and they all got a little slither on them. And they just stashed around everywhere. Got one here and there, a little bit of everywhere. But I do advise people to keep box cutters around. Child, baby, that's the closest thing. Even throwing a box cutter in your luggage on the airlines is okay, because when it goes under the scan machine, it just scans. Probably in your bag, it ain't cool, because I tried. But in your luggage, it's perfect. And then, as soon as you get that luggage, you can put it right in your pocketbook and get in your Uber Lyft, and you good to go. Let them lean over and try something. All you gotta do is touch them nicely. Damn, your finger a little cold and hard. I'm just letting you know what time it is. That's all. But absolutely, I wholeheartedly believe in the smaller the weapon, the better you are, the more prepared you are. And I was told that a long time ago. If you could find the best weapon that's the smallest, most disguisable, the greater chances you have of getting somebody. So I bet she had a Bible. I bet she had a Bible in the car though. Stop. I bet she had a Bible in the car though. Well, she did say she tried to talk to him and like calm him down, but then he stuck her in the side and it got through her blouse and cut her a little bit. Got me. I know of people who got beat up because the amount of cash they had on them wasn't not mad people. They choose to rob a person. Like, you mad because I ain't got the exact amount you want? The bitches ain't no ATM. Okay. I see we graduated from Mace to box cutters now. Both of them. Both. Hey, it's all about looking at who am I taking down? What do I got to take down? If you looking like you like big, and I need to make you a little bit blur your vision so I can take your ass down, then I need to mace you. I need to knock your blur your vision a little bit. I'll be watching way too much shit. Opening Crease to Psalm 23 and started walking. And that's when she got caught. Y'all saw my message before that. Wait, what you say, Gary? It's true, just a lot. So east side only. No, we didn't see it. Did you delete it? Now, put your keys in between each of your fingers. Thank me later. Okay, that's called the hood version of having ice knuckles. And I advise you go get some of them too. That's cute always to say, you know, it's jewelry, costume jewelry when you're going out. But baby, gonna knock somebody gut. I knit, so I always got needles. The fuck out of you. Why we woke up so violent like this? Georgia is about to pass a law where you can own a gun, licensed or unlicensed, concealed or unconcealed. Oh, Gemini, you just gave me a topic for next week's show. Are you kidding me? What? Oh, we got to talk about that. We got to get right ahead of that curve because I already see a lot of shit going on there. What are your thoughts about that, though? Are you in Georgia? Like, what are your thoughts? Do you think, are you for it or are you against it, if you don't mind me asking you? Because I have not based an opinion yet. I want to see what the legislation looks like. What's the justification for something like that? No. I carry weapons and lie. I wish motherfucker would. That reminds me of Gangsta's Paradise, that Coolio song. No, I'm not going robbery with the knife. I have more than a knife. I'm not finna talk about this lady because being child of violence. We are definitely violent this morning. Okay, let's go to the next one because we're not done in Atlanta. So this next one is a little bit, it's gonna bring us down, but it's a good down. So I don't know if you all have heard anything about this story if you live in the Atlanta area. But there's a Jane Doe who hasn't been identified for over the last 2 weeks. So Georgia authorities are scrambling to identify a Black teenager whose body was found in a vacant home in Atlanta suburbs nearly 3 weeks ago. Police officers responded to reports of an unresponsive person at an address in Atlanta, East Point, after midnight on February 12th. Damn, 2 days before Valentine's Day. When they arrived at the abandoned property about 7 miles southwest of Atlanta, they found a deceased girl. The unknown person died from blunt force trauma, according to an autopsy, and officials believe she was between the ages of 13 and 17 years old. Police haven't specified a possible manner of death or if foul play was involved. The teenager was found wearing a cropped, sleeveless orange shirt, a yellow metal necklace holding a white stone pendant with the numbers 2005 on it, and a white block and lime green anklet. No other identification was found on her body. Officials said that she had distinct freckles on her cheeks, as well as a possible birthmark or skin discoloration on her right jaw. She also had a belly button piercing. Almost 3 weeks later, and still haven't been identified. Georgia Jane Doe is what they're calling her. Key questions they have is how she got there, the circumstances under which she died. So they're banking on public assistance for a breakthrough. So they're asking anyone if they have any information to reach out to the East Point police. And here's another, it's just sad. Very, very sad that, you know, it just makes me believe that this young girl was either trafficked to the Atlanta area, because everything in my heart and everything as a human being and my spirit would want me to believe that if her family was in the Atlanta area, that they would put out a missing persons report or something, or even police would be able to, you know, put that picture out to the public locally in Atlanta, and someone would be able to bite. But notice, you know, 3 weeks later, and, you know, Atlanta police hasn't been able to find anyone. It leads me to believe that maybe she's from another state, a nearby state, or maybe trafficked it across the country. And, you know, the police is just not focusing on the right location, and so it's going on and on. I don't know, but it's just a really, really sad thing to know that this young girl can be missing for 3 weeks and no one has claimed her. You know, it's like, damn, that's some of the worst things that could happen to a victim, you know, of violence, is that you are not claimed. And so it makes it really difficult for your murder to be solved. The circumstances surrounding the, you know, where were you last? So, what do you all want to say? It's death about to get crazier in Georgia. Yeah, that's why I said, oh, I had to write that down. Like, oh, we talking about that. Oh, we got to get ahead of that. I'll take his stuff after that. I'll have 2 knives. Yeah, I'm fucking you up in my own car. Now we doing too much. I'm going to drive off. We're going to do something. But, you know, I can't say that, though, because in moments where you are not expecting violent behavior, those are the moments you're at least prepared. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're shopping at Home Depot, you just loaded your cart up, nothing seems wrong, you push the cart up, then you get in the car. You know, I'm sure she probably was totally unaware. I hope moving forward, though, she has a bat stationed everywhere around her car or something, you know. Don't say it. I'm in the ATL area and people already do that. Wow. Carry guns without, oh yeah, I mean, yeah. The only thing now, though, is just I'm wondering how they will deal with, like, you can be unsealed on public property. Like, can you now go into private businesses? How far does this regulation go, and what does it cover and what doesn't it cover? You know, I have questions, you know. And then does this mean that everybody can sell them, or do they have to, you know, what, you know, my brain goes every fucking where. I look at the economics of it and I look at the impact of it. And I think it's going to be more impactful when it's actual legislation, because they always hold legislation over you. Poor child. Yeah, it's very, very sad that no one claimed her yet. Very sad. If you're ever in the city of ATL, avoid Southwest, Northwest, and West Atlanta. And nobody has reported her missing. Her features are so unique. That's what I said. That's the same thing I said. I said, now that's the shocking thing to me. Like, you would think someone would have reported their child missing, you know, somewhere, you know, in Atlanta, if she's from Atlanta or that area, which leads me to believe that I don't think this young girl is from the area. I don't believe, you know, she might be from 2 towns over, who knows? But I don't believe that they're, you know, not in 3 weeks. They need to now make this a national quest. Again, yes, I think she's from another state. Yep, absolutely. And it's sad because then this kind of shit happens when they're trafficked. And I would love to know more about her than ever. Like, now I want to know your family, your parents, what happened, where did it go wrong? Were you a part of the system? You know, what, that to me begs a bigger question. Who was the last to see you? You know, Oh my God, I just spoke about this last night. I said somebody's going to jail for sex organ trafficking. Yes, I saw this. Yeah, I saw it too. It's crazy. Yep, that's exactly what's going on here. This when I read it, I said, oh, this looks like sex trafficking because there's no way this girl, and any child goes missing at that age in the community, and you put the information out for about 3 weeks and no one has information. I mean, word travels. Look at us. I'm sitting where I am and I'm sharing this with you all where you all are, and you know what I'm saying. So I'm sure word has traveled even further than this, and no one. Y'all are definitely looking in the wrong area. This has got to be like, because they do heavy trafficking from like Minnesota and these different areas. So this got to be somewhere where it's a very isolated community. And I would love to stay tuned to this. So I'm going to check this one out. Very true. Might freeze up. It shocks the brain. And so I was about to go all the way up. Yeah, that's what I predict. I predict that. I predict gun sales are about to absolutely go up. I predict any state that enact laws like these will become states where, gun sales will go up and traffic it to other states where they don't have laws like this. I was behind the stream, had the red ball for that box of 100. Creeping in here like that. The hell? Y'all heard them? Okay, I'm supposed to be low. I'm supposed to be okay. Good morning, Tracy M. They need to call in the feds. You think? Okay, they really do. That's definitely a case of calling in the feds. So her name is Georgia Jane Doe. If you're interested in staying tuned to this story, there's a Twitter thread going on, and if you type her name in Twitter, I think the first thread is what I saw, but people keep sharing, whatever details they have about the story under it. So I just be staying tuned to that. But all the details that I've got is the ones that I shared with you all. So I'm gonna keep my foot on the gas. Listen, okay. I just think it's box cutters, baby. You'd be surprised what they do, how well the law passed. Oh, it passed. It's targeting law-abiding citizens or any not prohibited by law from carrying. You can carry in public spaces. Oh, I'm going to be on it. I'm going to be on that. What a time to enter this legislation when the world is on the brink of war. Well, Shantae Gemini just said that the law has passed. I'm going to check that out because that's going to be a mess. Good morning, Miss Philadelphia. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Y'all ready to get into this sick and twisted? I try to, save it to the end because I know how our mood be going. All right. So now we are into sick and twisted. Ohio couple allegedly strapped kid to the bed and forced him to stand in the corner for days. Okay, for days. So a Cincinnati, Ohio area couple accused of starving and beating a 13-year-old boy have been indicted on a multitude of child abuse charges, officials said. So Amy Dangel, the child's stepmother, was slapped with 11 counts of child endangerment and faces up to 88 years in prison if convicted. Her husband and the child's biological father, Anthony Dangel, faces a single endangerment charge for neglecting to stop the alleged abuse. So according to prosecutors, the stepmother forced a 13-year-old boy to stand in a corner for days at a time. The victim was also allegedly strapped to a bed, denied bathroom access, and wasn't given proper clothing, bedding, or blankets. Officials say the suspected abuse occurred between 2018 and 2021. She also physically abused the victim by beating the victim with bells and spoons and withholding food. Due to the alleged prolonged abuse, the child is underweight, suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, and has muscular injuries in his feet and legs due to being forced to stand for extended periods of time. Investigators haven't released any more information because this is an open case. But the prosecutor said this is not a parent who lost control and made a mistake, but a woman who purposefully tortured a child for years. To do this to a child is beyond comprehension. There are some people who should simply never be parents. These two should never be permitted around children again, and we will do everything in our power to make sure that is the case. So Anthony is on bond, $50,000 bond. She's on a $500,000 bond. Her attorneys don't have a comment at this time, and their next court date is March 14th. And this happened in Miami, Florida. Miami, Ohio. I'm sorry. Cincinnati, Ohio. Miami Township Police. Ain't that fucking sad, y'all? You made your child stand for days. Can you imagine the fuck is wrong with people? For days you have your child standing? That is going to be a mess. What's wrong with people? These people, get therapy and stop taking your demons out on these kids. And the whole fucking time is she's the stepmother. You're not even the child's mom. So your emotional connection, your connection to the child is probably very limited, if not strained. So you don't give a fuck about this child. Obviously, you got a child standing for days on the edge. Bitch, can you stand on days for edge? I hate people like this because it's almost like you can envision a person who is very insecure externally about themselves, and so in the world, in the public eye, they can't fight their own battles. They're not big enough to, go to toe-to-toe with people out in the world. So the only person they can go to toe-to-toe or make them feel superior is the one that's beneath them, their child or their pet or whatever. And so they take their anger out on their child, or sometimes domestic violence, their spouse. This shit is sick. It really, at the end of the day, it's sick. You know what I'm saying? When people are under your care for like 24 hours a day, 24/7, and they have to be subjected to your violence, like, that's sick. And it's a child. I can't imagine a child just standing around me for 8 to 16 hours just because I said so. Poor baby limbs can't even stand. They said he's not even strong enough to stand because of the physical exertion on his legs. That bitch needs to be wrapped up and stood up outside near a tornado. Take her to the fucking Gulf of Mexico and throw her ass out there and tie her ankles up. That's all. I don't want no justice for this hoe. And the father, for that to be his biological father, letting this bitch get away with it because that's his wife, you suck as a whole fucking man. Your whole existence needs to be deleted. Like, fuck out of here. I don't care anything you've done good in your life, gone. Because that's your son, that's your seed. And to sit there and watch your child suffer, be tortured, whine and cry for a bitch, y'all both need to die. Throw your ass out there with her too. Fuck that. I don't care. Someone needs to be able to speak on behalf of these kids. Like, that shit is, there's no circumstances you can tell me that would justify, well, he was wet in the bed. Okay. And I'm sure you wet the bed when you were a child too. And I'm sure you probably wet the fucking bed now. So for me, there's no justifying this at all. It sucks that now is like you have to shift the attention to rehabilitating this child, because what you don't want to do is create a cycle. Like, he comes out and he is so desensitized to what he was treated to and subjected to that he perpetuates that behavior moving forward. He's desensitized to children and the care for children, or anybody that's inferior to him. A lot of those things, he'll need probably a lot of support for that. Trust, love. They said that he suffers the abuse, flinches if people touching him and around him. So that's just sad to me. It's very sad to me. They need the electric chair, period. They do, in front of each other. The amount of child abuse in this world is so horrible through all that. It really is. And it's like you can't even combat it all in one swoop. Hey, mister, good morning. Just some bullshit. Where the grandma at? Because, baby, how days go by and you ain't checking on little Johnny. Standing up. I told you. And so the child is with the care of the state. The child is not with the authorities. The child is not with the other family members, because best you believe somebody coming to your house and seeing your kids running around and not running around, and why you still standing over there or something. Like, I don't know. The dynamics of households and engagements are always so different, so you never know. But I know one thing for certain: I'm not gonna be no 4 days going by and little Johnny been sitting in this corner and ain't nobody come by and say, damn, he's still standing there. Like, it's damn near impossible for something like that to happen, unless you just some freakos. She gives step parents a bad name. I don't even refer to my bonus kids with that prefix. You can't tell me I didn't birth them. Right. That's true. That's how I'd be like my aunt, my uncle, my mom, my dad. Period. I never treat one child different from another. Period. Ever. They should never know that the care is different at all. You do something for one, you're gonna have to do something for the other. This is Ohio. So I'm glad that the kid has been removed. Can you imagine this not being discovered at all? I was trying to read more to see if no family members. Like, I couldn't find anything on no other family members, so I'll stay tuned to this story. Let's get into this other story. Whew, baby. So we got another freako. So the husband, a Texas man, is in custody after police say he stabbed his mother more than 20 times in 26 minutes. All right. Now, before I give you details of this story, what I want to do is tell you the backstory. So he's described as a homeless man with a history of drug use. He's also harassed his mother in the weeks leading up to her murder. So it's stated that in a warrant, he had slashed his mother's tires with a knife on January 4th. He was found sleeping on the same block as his mother's home and arrested and charged with criminal mischief. Police were also called when the suspect showed up at his mother's home on February 20th of this year, and again last Friday, March 1? Was last Friday March 1? No. March 25th, February 25th, and he allegedly in the same clothes, and both times he came in the same clothes that he was on. So now let's talk about what just happened. So police responded to a deadly stabbing last Sunday after a victim, later identified as Teresa DeWitt Pierce, was found unresponsive in the front yard of her Long Meadow Drive home by her husband after he returned from the store. Despite responders performing life-saving measures, she was pronounced dead on the scene. Now, her husband was able to identify her son after viewing home surveillance footage that captured the murder. According to an arrest warrant emailed, the video captured DeWitt Pierce arriving home in her Ford Mustang before walking into her garage. Her son, dressed in a gray hooded sweatshirt, black jacket, and gloves, at that point called out, "Mom," before he allegedly threw her on the ground and began cutting and stabbing her more than 20 times. The suspect also made slashing motions towards the victim's neck. The attack lasted allegedly 26 minutes, after which the attacker walked away from the crime scene. Can you all believe that? His own mother. Now, what gets me tickled about this story is that 3 occasions before this happened, the police had been called on this man of him harassing and stalking his mom. So it took to this point where he killed his mom for them now to lock this man the fuck up. What is going on with these damn systems? They said no, big facts. Rebel son do look like a catfish. Who in here starting something? Drugs. Had to be drugs. Whoa, electric chair. Another one. Yes, and your mom 20 times, 26 times. Like that shit right there to me, out of it all, is like, damn, that's, typically you're just harming someone, you want to kill them. You hate your mom. There was some very much so malice towards your mom. And the fact that the police couldn't see this leading up to this, there's some blame definitely along the way here. I always try to figure out, like, damn, were there any signs leading up to this happening? And clearly there were. This man was arrested 3 times beginning in January of this year. The most recent one being February 25th. And before that, February 20th. And nothing was done. Them calling, he slashed her tires. He's stalking her. Now the husband has to come home, find his wife. He looks at the video camera of the son. Her son. Not his son, her son. I feel like the police department definitely failed on this one. I don't care if it's a child or not. If there's repeated offenses of this magnitude, like, one would say maybe we get a restraining order. I don't know. This just to me just is like, damn, what could we have done? So he has been arrested. He is arrested without an incident and booked into the Arlington City Jail on 1 count of murder. The family has created a GoFundMe page to assist with the funeral expenses. So not didn't share the link, but sort of sad. You got parents killing babies and babies killing their parents. What kind of sick ass world we're living in. Yeah. Now, the last story I want to talk about is a good story, and it was released a couple of weeks ago, but I never mentioned it. But Colin Kaepernick has launched a new initiative to offer free autopsies for police-related deaths. So the autopsy initiative offered through Colin Kaepernick's Know Your Rights organization will provide free secondary autopsies conducted by board-certified pathologists who will disclose the preliminary findings and issue the final autopsy reports to families. The autopsy can be requested by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, such as a spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. The autopsy must be authorized by a legal representative, according to the organization. The whole purpose of this is to eliminate any concerns from the original given autopsy, ensuring that it was conducted without any biases or errors and that any evidence wasn't manipulated, giving the victim's family a clear picture of what happened. So I thought that was really, really dope of him to offer this service to families, especially given, in light of how many police-related deaths we actually see in America rising. So if you or anyone who wants, is, maybe you don't or not, but if you know anybody who's interested in getting a second autopsy or just wanting to find out more information about his organization, I'm going to drop his link in the chat for you all to check that out. I definitely think it's worthwhile. I definitely think it's an awesome initiative, and go Colin Kaepernick. So that is all of the local celebrity news I have and local news I have today. Thank you for sharing the video. And now I said I was going to drop the link if anybody wanted to come up and if they wanted to, comment on anything that we talked about today, or if they had, we can kick the shit. It's Friday. I got a good 30 minutes. So I'm going to drop the link and I'm going to pin it. And if you're interested, you don't have to, I'll keep running my mouth. God always send a warning first. They didn't listen. No, they didn't. They didn't listen. That's my thing. They didn't listen. I don't know. For me, you had 3 instances with the police on this same person, the same issue. And the 4th one, you ended up killing your mom. Like, to me, it's just like, where did we go wrong? Where did we fail the system? Hold on. I told you can cut it off. shit on. Awesome. Yeah, I think it's a good initiative. Let me pin this. All right. If you want to. Other than that, what is going on with you all? What's up? What's going on? I don't know if you all got a chance to check out. Did I bring it? No, I didn't. I didn't even add it. No, I didn't add it. I thought I didn't. But I didn't know if you all got a chance to check out Andrew Caldwell. It's gonna be like something on Bad Boys Club LA. And I was watching it the other day, and he's throwing a fit because he feel like he's being misrepresented, and I guess he got kicked out the house by some guy. And so it's funny because allegedly he's a host, like sort of like I guess like a panel host or something, not really a full-on character. I don't know, but I want to see how this is gonna work under this backdrop of him not being gay. And it was nothing but a bunch of gay guys on that show when I saw it. So it was like, wow. Hold on. Damn, I only got 6 likes. Yo, y'all hit the like button. Damn, this guy, what the fuck? Y'all shading me for real. Thank you. Okay, I just pinned it. I can't see no comments but this comment. I don't know what's going on. All right, y'all. Sorry, I had to refresh my screen and my computer. I couldn't see no comments and nothing. Awesome. Refresh the likes. I was number 3. Oh, okay. Because mine says 6. Yeah, mine says 6. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I appreciate it. I hit the like button coming in always. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I got really too much else. I'm just gonna like kick the shit with you all. I really want to warm up my coffee. I've been sitting here drinking this cold ass. But it's really, really good. I buy this Brazilian coffee. It's this cheap coffee that my mother's ex-husband Gary used to buy. And I used to be like, ugh, this is disgusting. Here I am. It's so fucking good to me. It tastes so good. It's rich in taste. I don't know what about it, but it's called Costello. And they sell them in the K-Cups, and so I buy the K-Cups. Costello, puff, puff, give. You are hilarious. And that's the reason why I can't have my gun carry license, because I have my other license. So when I give that license up, I go get the other license, and I'll be a legal carrier. And I won't be illegal, as I won't be so much illegal. And that's been like, I mean, I don't ever see myself being in those kind of situations. Hey, it's just Polo. Good morning. Thank you for coming through. Good morning to you. I need to warm up my Folgers too. I'm a classic Folgers fan. And that's my uncle. He was a classic Folgers fan too. And like heavy on the milk and low on the sugar. And I used to be like, what are you drinking? But he used to always want to make me some coffee, because I think he just wanted me to see how he made it. And I used to be like, okay, thank you, Uncle. Before he passed away, I wanted him to meet one of my boyfriends. He never met a boyfriend of mine. I wanted him to come like to my place. He never was able to come to my place because he had got sick, and then COVID took him out. And I wanted him to also, I wanted to give him a stack. Like I wanted to give him $1,000 cash gift, like I did my aunt. but I never was able to give him that. So I just always be like in my mind, I got to keep $1,000 like for him. And even though it's for me, in my mind, it's the purposes of him. What if he says that, if I feel like, I don't know, it's some weird shit, but never was able to do all those things with him. So coffee. Is my shoulder hurting? Which one? Nah, I got a nice massage. I'm just leaning. I have like this table. It's like a table. And I'm just trying to lean. I was trying to lean on one shoulder, not the other. It's not hurting though. Good morning. Hey, Conceited 501 just got here. Hello, how you doing? Yes, nice and milky and sweet. I cannot stand a lot of milk. I like mine's like a nice brown color. He had been arrested and charged with criminal mischief after the tires, and also was issued a criminal trespassing warrant after another incident. So he was on the radar. Vibrant. Oh, Vibrant must be back in the chat. Yes, Vibrant. That's what we were saying. How they did not see the signs. Like, come on now. I don't know what kind of coffee they have on my job, but that ish will have you looking like Crazy Eyes in Adam Sandler movie. Oh my God. Let me tell you about my job in coffee. So when I first started working, when you used to go into the office, they had in the main kitchen a K-cup maker. So I'm like, oh, cool, I'll bring my K-cup. So I would come in and use it. And I guess whoever noticed, they noticed I was using it because I would, whoever used it, they would wrap the cord up. I would unwrap the cord, plug it up, fill it up with some water and use it. And then I would wrap it back up. Baby, do you know she took her whole K-cup machine out? And every time she would use it, she would bring it in the kitchen. I said, you old petty old. So I took mine out of my kitchen and I took it there in the office and I put my name right on the top. And I said, everybody can use it but her. So every time I see her in the office, about to see her walking in, about to use it, I go politely unplug mine and take it and set it right down. And then finally the pandemic stopped. And so we ain't really had to worry about it. But petty Betty. We're not even in the same department. Then you got to talk to each other. Why are you being petty to me? Over some K-cup coffee, but people will be petty over their coffee. Good morning. Cuban coffee is very strong. Is that the Costello? I think Costello is Cuban coffee. That shit is so good. It's so good. I used to drink Cafe Boost. That's it, Bustelo, but it would not let me sleep. That's Kayleen White. That's exactly what I have. Cafe Bustelo, the yellow and red bag. Baby, that is some good ass coffee. It is delicious. When I tell you that coffee is delicious, it's cheap. I can't believe it's so cheap. It's cheap. It's packaged well. It ain't like it looked cheap, but it's cheap in cost relative to the other. And I get it. And they sell it in K cups and they sell it in ground. Baby, that shit is so good. It is delicious. But I don't play with people at my job. I do not play with people at my job. I don't. They know I don't. They don't play with me, and I don't play with them. Please consider sharing. It's just Polo out as she's trying to get to 500. Of course. Drop your link. It's just Polo too. You can put your link. Anybody, y'all can feel free to put your link in the chat. I'm definitely not like that. If any moderators are in the building. Yeah, definitely. I'll take the link. If you share it, I'll share you. Absolutely. Anybody who got a page and they're trying to meet their numbers, absolutely. Feel free to drop your page and I'll share it on my community wall after the live, of course. Yes, I will. You know how I know the feeling of that, and I know the pressure of that being in those shoes, because I still feel sort of like in those shoes. So I know how it feels. You be like, I don't want somebody to feel like if they share my stuff out that I'm going to forever be obligated to them or they're going to hold this over my head. And so I would never want you all to feel like that. Baby, let's do our thing. Let's all be able to. We got to build a collective network of people, because if we don't build it for ourselves, we'll forever be held to the rules of the game. So I love like coming in and identifying the rules and saying, oh, okay. That's what we do. Oh, okay, that's why I share people. Y'all don't even know some people I be sharing. I don't be fucking with them like that, but I share everybody, because I feel like if you got something worthy, you're saying something good in your content, share that shit. Let people hear that voice. Get that point out. Even I learned something from it. I'm not a hater. I don't know why. I'm just not a hater. I be wanting everybody to win. You know, when it's your time, it's your time. But no, when your time come, you gotta be on it. You know, you can't be half-assing it. You know, because your time only comes seasonal. It ain't all the time. So, I always be wanting to support. People be so guarded with their support, and then it's like everyone needs support. So you're guarded with your support, but you want support from somewhere else. It's like if you open your door, just think about the doors that open up for you. So that's how I feel. I look at it. It's hard out here for a pimp. It's hard out here for a pimp. Now let me say this real quick. Y'all know how yesterday on the live I said how I cut people off and ignore them. And y'all remember when I said exactly after that, let me stop because I know people in my real life will get an attitude and hit me up. What the hell do y'all think happened yesterday? What do you think happened yesterday? This is what I was saying. That's exactly why I'd be like, damn, I don't be wanting to be a whole 100. Absolutely. My friend hit me up and was like, hey, I saw your live yesterday. Was you talking about so-and-so? And I said, no. It was like, well, sent me a screenshot of that person asking them. And I'm sorry, I'm telling your business, but this shit is just annoying. I wasn't talking about anybody in particular. I was just telling people how, as a Libra, sometimes we hold on to that characteristic to a default. I wasn't talking about nobody. I certainly wasn't talking about you. And I'm just shocked that you text him and not text me. But it is what it is. Hey, watermelon sugar. Good morning. I don't think chatters. Oh, okay. All right. Let me go get it. I'm gonna grab it. Let me know if you see it. That will be my main reason. Nah, I don't see it. I have to grab my main reason for wanting a community wall, so that could be the messiest wall known to man of doctrine just sharing. Period. I remember when I first wanted, that's all I wanted was a community wall, so I could just share stuff and stuff like that. And then I don't know who told me, but somebody was like, when you get a community wall, just share as much shit as you can. Because even if you're not live, people are still looking at I'm about to go get it for you. Why do people get offended so easily? They make it hard for people to say their opinion. And it's like, I'm not even saying your name. Okay. I wasn't even talking about you. I'm having a whole conversation with the chat about, how funny I think it is that, you can hold on to stuff for longer than what you think. It's just Polo. Is that the name of your page? It's just Polo? Oh yeah, I got to get the link because so many things came up. And then do I want to talk about it behind the scenes? Yeah. So for the last 7 lives that I've been doing, morning lives, somebody has went and copyrighted Duchess Kelly Love part of the song. So every live that I've been doing, they've copyrighted strike it, and I've had to dispute it. And so all of the funds are sitting in escrow until whoever it is go in and say that. And I said, ain't this a bitch? I said, and every time I dispute and go in and write, I literally say, this is a free fucking song off of YouTube. And this person is not associated with the person whose lyrics this is. Like, this is criminal shit as possible. So I tried to click on because they don't give you a page. They give you like the copyright of the artist name. So I Googled the artist name and shit. I can't really find too much. But I'm like, damn. So like even today, it's going to be, I know when I end this, it's going to be a strike on it, that this belongs to this person, this song. I don't know who went and took the soundbite trying to be an asshole, but that's okay. It's sitting in escrow. It's cool. You ain't bothering me at all. My dog's sitting right here. Yes, and I have like 7 fake ones. For the last 7 videos, somebody just decided to be an hating ass bitch. And then they try to use like some Spanish name to throw me off, like Manuelo. I'm like, who the fuck is a Manuelo? I'm like, and oh, wait, hold on, is this Polo? I'm sorry, I see you in the back, my bad. Hey, Polo.
Hey, what's up? I ain't on camera. I'm trying to get ready for work.
Okay.
come back in. I just put the link in the back chat.
All right, I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna put it down here now.
I've been over here for a while.
Uh-oh. I mean, did you click off? Polo. Let me know if it hit the chat. I've seen someone do that before. It's crazy. Can't click and get on that pan so you can pro girl. Oh, you know, I'm sharing Carrie out too. Carrie, let me get your link too. Let's do that right now. I typed Carrie name in the chat, and I meant on YouTube, Carrie Hilson come up. Carrie Ray. Carrie Ray been around from day one. It's so interesting. Bam, Carrie Ray right there. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning. Good morning. I'm just shocked y'all still rolling with me, and we ain't really got no time. We just here and kicking the shit. I'm about to play some music in a minute. Because it, you know, honestly, I know people be like, why you playing music and stuff like that? Because I really just be, oh, here go Polo. There you go.
My bad. I was trying to bag out and drop and actually clicked out. Yeah, I played some music yesterday. They got me. I was cutting hair and playing music, but I vibe to music.
So does it like, it's not like a copyright strike to your channel. It's just like they just say you can't monetize it.
Well, I'm not gonna monetize it. So this is what I want to say. First of all, I want to thank you for sharing my link. I'm small, and I want to thank Carrie Ray, you know, for putting me out there to asking you, you know, because I don't want to feel like I'm overstepping, coming in people chat asking. So I just come in and support. And most of the time you be live, I either be waking up. I'm the one that I changed my name to it's just Polo, but I used to come in and say, hey, I'm listening while I'm going back to sleep. Because you usually be on when I walk my wife out to work. So I usually catch you, and sometimes you don't see me in there. I probably listening, but I don't say nothing because people won't start speaking. So actually, I'm a barber, and I also just started my own clothing brand. I'm getting ready for work now, so that's why I'm not on camera. But I'm starting my own clothing brand. So what I just want a community wall for me to be able to share out my clothing. So I'm not trying to monetize it. So what happened yesterday, I was just, you know, just shooting shit, talking, playing music. I was jamming this Pandora station. And so at my client came and, you know, they was enjoying the music. So I said, I'm just gonna prop my phone up and I'm just gonna cut and let y'all, you know, stay in the chat. So everything went through, and I know they played a Michael Jackson song. They kept saying Prince in the chat. But I don't remember hearing a Prince song. We was jamming. So they say, I know the live is back up. I haven't recovered my chat. So I came back live. So what it said, it emailed me and it said your stream has been interrupted. So I don't know what happened, but I'm not trying to monetize, which I think that's dumb, because just think about it. You play some music, I play some music. We're not stealing their stuff. It's really get people out to go stream the songs where it makes more income for them, because you somebody might like that song. Oh, what song is that? I'm gonna go put that on my playlist. So you get more streams. I mean, what are you doing? You're not stealing the songs. I think that is very dumb of them.
I feel like I think it's the use of their likeness to enhance your program to get people to come follow you. So if you you could do whatever you're doing without their music, would you get that same audience? You know what I mean? It would still be the same. If not, they want to be paid for how they you know. I think it's a great thing though, because I feel like when you get a channel and you have like members and you have stuff like that who are actually subscribed to your channel, I think sometimes that offsets the cost that you would make on that video anyway. So I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm less than 2,000 subs, you know, let's just say an average of like 200 views a video. And of my stuff, I'm not talking about the beef sector videos, just my stuff. And I'm gonna be real with you. You can make anywhere between $5 and $7 a video, right?
Okay.
Now, if I get like a Cash App, or if I get like what do they call it? Super chat that offsets that cost, it doesn't matter whether you play a song or not.
Okay.
So in my mind, that's why I typically, I'm like, oh, I don't really matter to play, because I have members who are here who already committed to the program, who are already invested in the channel. So hey, I'm good in the door. The crew is in the door. So I want that vibe where if I want to play music, we can play music. But the other stuff that is getting me is like my theme song. Like, and that was a really crafted song by DKL, and I don't know who has put a strike on it, but somebody has definitely copyrighted that. It's only his part, because it'll only tell me that it's his part from beginning when he starts talking to the end. Now I don't know if it sounds like a Spanish guy singing, and it's being caught up in the algorithm as if it's them and not him.
Can you fight it? Can you say,
I
purchased it?
All of them. I fought the one yesterday, and so now they put everything in escrow. They told me 7 days, and so I should be hearing back at least today about one of them. Because
in my opinion, YouTube is petty about the smallest stuff. Well, I know it's really not YouTube because it's the artist, like you're saying, but they petty about the smallest stuff, or certain words you can't say, or they gonna pull a video down. But they let all this drama go on, all this bullying, all this extra nonsense that grown folks really shouldn't be doing. They let all that go on, and none of those channels go down in the midstream of all this foolishness. But I mean, it's ridiculous. That's why I said I don't want to get caught up in the rat race with it. I just really, like I say, I'm being very, very honest. I'm not even interested in it. I just want that wall. So if like, just say I got some new merch coming out and I want to just drop it on the wall. I want to share some. I would use it just like I use my Instagram. My TikTok is a video, but I would use it just like I do my Instagram. I do my Facebook business page. I would do it with that.
Yeah. And just so you know, people literally will watch you cut hair.
I know, that's what they was telling me yesterday, but I have to do it without the music. I actually had a lot of people
barbers cut hair just to see certain things. So that's definitely, I don't know if you know, but and then those kind of videos, because they're like tutorial, they have longer longevity. You know what I mean? They're like, they have more to do. They provide more substance, and so that might be a good angle.
Yeah, that's what Shelly was telling me, and Carrie repeated it because, like I said, I lost the chat, so I'm glad, and I want to say thank you, Carrie, for actually repeating it for me yesterday. They was telling me to do some ASMR with the clipper sound, and then that way I don't have to do I don't have to do the music, because music is like, man, that's your vibe, and it's like get you into the groove and just make you be more creative. But you know what, I wanted to say something when I was coming up. You were saying something about your video yesterday. I missed the video, so I'm going to replay that. But you were saying something about your video, and you were saying about dropping people off. So I wanted to give a little input on when you were saying you had a friend that called you, right?
Yeah.
You know, when people read posts or they hear a video and then they call and they think it's them, they feel convicted.
That's convicted. I know. Yes, I agree.
I wanted to say that.
I agree.
That's conviction.
It's so funny because I literally am telling you, I literally like, let me not say nothing, because I know people in my real life are gonna feel like I'm talking about them. And that evening, it was a whole big, because I was sitting there the whole evening like, I want to text this dude and like just to tell him like, yo, but I left it alone. I was like, okay, let me just leave this alone. But you're right. Because even when other people are down here talking about certain things, and I might feel away, like, are you talking about me?
Right.
And you really got to be like, do I have a guilty conscience? Like, what am I guilty about? Yeah,
because I have a homegirl. Like, sometimes we don't talk as much as we normally would, but we was friends like when we was like younger, and then we fell off for like 7 years. And now we're back. When my mom passed, you know, she came back around. But we were like, we both were barbers. She would come back. We was like, you know, just on the barber tip, we would congratulate each other on like a haircut or something like that, or something like that.
Yeah.
But we wasn't like friends, like all in each other's space. So she came, she was like the first person that was like there every day. And it was really stupid. We got into it, a girl. We got into it. It wasn't, we weren't trying to date the same girl, but I was messing with this girl and she slapped this girl that I was messing with. So I felt like a little disrespectful. And then I was like, I was gonna fight my partner, you know, over no girl. I don't even like you like that, girl, you know. So so it was kind of like pride. It was a lot of pride. So 7 years we didn't talk, we didn't deal with each other. We would see each other out.
Did you continue dating a girl?
Yeah, I have a wife. I've been married almost 7 years
Oh,
this
so it was
year.
over your wife?
Almost 2 years.
It was over your wife?
No, not my wife. I was out there. I'm gonna be honest. I was out there cheating. I had a whole nother little boo, and she slapped the boo.
Oh no! Oh no! So it was a side piece, and you was upset.
Now King. If she had slapped my wife, I don't care how much I know she would have beat me up. I'd have to fight her.
I'd have whipped that ass.
I'd have to get out there. Look, I'd have been looking better than torn. I'd have been looking better than torn, but I'd have to get out there for my wife's honor. But no, I was, you know, young, just being dumb and messing with this girl. Me and her wasn't getting along like that, but they got into it and she slapped her. So I feel like if me and you, we partners, and your girl step out of line to me, and we partners, I'm not gonna say anything to your girl. I'm gonna come to you.
Yeah, don't put your hands on. Don't.
I'm not gonna even say nothing to her. I'm not gonna curse her. I'm not gonna say nothing to her because I feel like if me and you partners, I need to address you and let you address her. So that's how I feel. So we meet.
Now I know, see, because I'm now speaking from dude, dudes. I know I'm gonna have to say something to my dude, like, you out here getting slapped and shit. Like, what's going on? Like, you causing me to be like, what's up? You know, I know I'm gonna say something, but so the issue, you didn't say nothing to her. You didn't check her or nothing, but you checked the friend.
No, you said I didn't check the girl?
Yeah, you didn't check the girl.
No, so what happened was I had went out of town, so it was this other chick. There was my partner girlfriend friend was trying to holler at me too, and the girl was throwing mess. So all of a sudden, we out there and they arguing, and so my partner say, "Polo, get your B," like that. So I'm bending down because she already the girl had a scuffle with the other girl. So I'm bending down, picking her. We at the club. I'm picking up her stuff out of her purse. So I hear Polo, get your B. So I was like, oh shit. So next thing I know, they going back and forth, and all I heard, y'all like that. So I was like, damn. I was like more than damn.
You did that?
I was just like to myself, you know, like damn, like that. So when I raised up, my partner wasn't gonna fight me. But my thing is, first of all, you sit up there doing all that talking. I'm not supposed to fight for you. That's my friend. You put me in the middle of, now I'm gonna take her for your honor. That's my friend. Me and you just doing something. You get what I'm saying? That's my friend. So don't put me in the middle of it. So the next day, I was gonna tell my partner, I was gonna like, man, you know, you was wrong. But it didn't make it to the next day. We ended up kind of like falling out that night. Yeah. So that was like 7 years. So like now she'll put stuff like, she'll put a post and it'll say something like yesterday she put up one last night that said, I just stop talking to you. If you stop talking to me, I don't give a care. Something like that. And you know, I know that me and her don't talk. Like, I didn't really feel convicted. I looked at it and I rolled on by. And I started to say, hit her up and say, what's wrong with you? But I say, I ain't gonna say nothing. You know, cause like, what you talking about?
I would have hearted it. I'd have put a heart on it.
I ain't say nothing. I passed by it. So then 5 minutes, then a few weeks ago, when I started my brand last year, she started a brand, and then she said, I don't care who supported my brand, but I already told her, you know, hey, let me know because I'm not that type of friend. If I support you, I support you. I'm gonna support you in anything you do. I do my clients like that. I'm just that type of person. So I told her, I say, So when she put up, I don't care who support me, long as I support me. So I was like, well, damn, who she shooting all these shots at? The gun loaded, she just shooting all these shots. So I still never said nothing. So later on last night, she posted her juice. And because I'm genuine. I say, man, I say, what's up? Because we call each other brother. I say, what's up, brother? I say, shit, I say, make this public. And then I say, when I get back from vacation, because my birthday next week, I'm going to the Dominican. So if you make sure you sub, y'all sub, I'm gonna do some vlogging and show y'all my vacation. It's positive over there. I talk a little shit. I do a show with Armin Brown. We do a news show on Wednesdays. So I'm real positive. So if y'all come, yeah, y'all are still friends on Facebook. Yeah, we still. I don't know if Jim and I talk. Yeah, we still friends. But that was wild though. And then once we got back to being cool, we talked about why we lost 7 years. And I told her, I said it was pride. I said I felt some kind of way because you slapped my little side piece. But I wasn't gonna fight her for it. She had slapped my wife, but we wasn't married. But that was my number one. I had to get on out there because then I'm a little weak. I done just let somebody slap this woman that I'm with. Now I gotta get out there and fight. Shoot, I gotta do stab color. I gotta do something. Yeah, and I'm not a fighter. I don't fight.
See, now my head spinning. Like if my side piece gets slapped,
yes, I'm very faithful, Jim. I'm married. I've been faithful way before I got married. It's just a relationship.
Well, Polo, we're gonna have to link up and do something.
Whenever you're ready,
or something. This is good. I appreciate you coming through, and anytime I'll share you. I'm gonna show you on my wall.
I appreciate you. Come sub to me. I'm just trying to get that 5. Anytime you want to do something, anytime you want to do something, I'm down.
Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you.
And next time I come over here and click your link, I'm gonna come on camera. I'm just getting dressed for work. I got a long 2 days for this vacation start. I'm on vacation.
Are you destinate? Are you going to like a different place?
Yeah, I'm going to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. So I'm going to do some excursions. I'm going to go to Sona Island. My birthday is Wednesday. My birthday is Wednesday. I'll be 54.
Oh wow! Happy early birthday!
Show you my face. I'm getting dressed.
Okay, happy early birthday. Okay, fresh locks.
Let me get off of this camera because look, I'm half dressed. Yeah, so my birthday, I'll be 54 on the 9th. And so I'm leaving on the 8th. And that's my birthday present to myself. And I'm going to Dominican Republic, go there at Secrets Royal Beach. And we're going to Sona Island, we're going dune bugging, huh?
Are you going with your wife?
Of course.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I'll play them games no more. If y'all go on my page and I just put up a short last night, y'all get to see my wife. Thank you, Kingsmina. And thank you for everybody that subbed.
Yeah. How many subs do you have now?
239 before I came on.
239. Okay.
239.
Okay. And then
I will, Gemini.
How long are you gonna be in?
I'm gonna be there for 5 days.
So you'll be back in about a week. Okay, so when you come back,
I'll be back Saturday night, early Sunday.
Early Sunday, okay, good.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try to go live. I'm gonna try to go live down there.
Lives. I'm gonna see.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go live on my birthday, which is Wednesday. And I'm gonna do some vlogging because I got my GoPro. So I'm gonna, when I do the Sona Island excursion, I'm gonna take I might can't go live, but I'm gonna have a lot of footage to come back because they have that natural swimming pool where you get out and drink your drink and just be standing in waist deep water, but you can see clear to the bottom. Yes. I'm excited to go do that. Then I'm gonna doom buggy. I'm gonna video doom buggy.
Oh, you gonna have a great time.
Yeah, I went last May, and this place has a butler. I got preferred club, so I'm ready.
Oh yeah, you are ready.
I'm ready.
Everybody,
I will.
Yeah, I don't know if they're saying it's an echo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna jump down.
Okay, well, thank you.
What's up, Rico? What's up, Rico?
Rico in the building. Good morning.
Oh, he say on your end. Is it my end, Rico, or your end?
Oh, it might be my end.
Hold on, let me mute and see if it's me.
Is it? Do y'all still hear? Oh, it is me.
Oh, okay. I guess Rico knew. Yeah, I appreciate everybody that come over here and show me some love. I'm just trying to put my little brand out. I got a brand called More Pressure Apparel. Why be average when you can be the GOAT? I woke up right on time. Come over here and bless King's Roman platform. And usually I still be asleep.
Testing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Do y'all hear the echo?
Yeah, you gotta see, because I don't hear one. So one of them said the echo fine with them.
I think it's gone.
You off today or you on your way in?
I am off today.
That's a blessing.
To this farm to let him stay out there and play for like a good 6 or 7 hours.
I be laughing at your stories when you be telling me about the dog when he jumped in when y'all took him on vacation. You went on vacation.
My God.
So you know I be here. If I can tell you a story,
my God. Yes. Thank you. Yes. This dog is the life of me. And it's so funny. Last night I was with I was, just walking the dog, and this lady was with her dog, and I was like, she was telling me, yeah, my dog for 14 years. And I almost had a panic attack. I said, 14 years. I can't imagine. I'm at year 3 and I'm already like 14 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. It is a long time. And my baby is getting more energetic and more everything. She gonna take us with her. Yes, please take us with you on your vacation. I
will.
So can you eat seaweed? Yeah, you can eat seaweed. You can buy seaweed in the grocery store.
I did hear that.
Oh yeah, you can eat seaweed. They put seaweed on certain types of sushi. Oh,
I don't eat sushi.
Thank you, Rico.
Yeah, Rico was telling us about he said keep going better.
Okay.
Well, I ain't want to come up here. I don't know if you leaving or not, but I sit up here with you for a little bit and talk.
Yeah, I'm just I'm chilling. I did all my stories. I was gonna change. I'm changing this format up. Next week is gonna be Monday, Tuesday, just different because I just don't want to do like a long 2 hours of local news and hot topics.
Gotcha.
Charlie Theodore, eat your heart out. We be supporting Charlie Theodore. I gotta get them. I'm coming. I know DKO is in Wisconsin. I'm gonna be coming in the state of Illinois. I'm see if I can, how far that is. If I can link up with him while I'm out that way, that'll be interesting.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I want to take my wife to the Paisley Park for her birthday. Her birthday is on 4/20.
Really?
And she don't smoke.
Oh, okay.
And she loves Prince. She loves Prince. So
is it open?
Yeah, it's open because I had a friend of mine gave me the idea because she just was on her Facebook the other day and they were there. The ticket's pretty steep.
How much are they? Like 200?
They have like different experiences. So I think almost 200 is like the top of the line experience, like the VIP. It's something where you actually get to stay longer. So they do it by time. So one may be an hour or two, an hour and 30 minutes or something. The least one I think is under 30 minutes.
Yeah, I see one now. 90 minutes for the Paisley experience is $48. The VIP experience is $85. That's 120 minutes, and 3 hours is $160.
Right, so the 60s. That's still not bad, and you get to see everything. Yeah, I don't know if I would stay 3 hours, but just to have the access to go into places where the other people ain't going, I think I would do that for them.
Yeah, 3 hours is a bit much, unless Prince was coming out.
I was just going to say that unless he's coming out here.
In a hologram, like,
you was reading my mind. I was like, unless he's coming out himself.
So, Polo, let me ask you this: are you from the beef sector?
You could say, well, I've been here a long time, never dropped down. So I'm not gonna claim I'm from the beef. The way I'm there, where I may communicate. It might be, you may say, the beef sector, because I've been here since when Lady Nika and James and all them was doing reviews. Sean was doing reviews. I actually got a chance to cut Sean Bradley's hair before.
Oh wow.
When he was in Houston. So I won't say I'm from there, but where I probably met a lot of people, but they wasn't beef sector when I first came over. But like Kara tell you, I don't beef.
Yeah,
I don't. I'm too grown for that. I'm too grown for that. I don't like it. Like, just say if you over there on my platform, or anybody's over there and somebody come over there and I don't go for all that, because I'm be respectful, because I treat people how I want to be treated.
So do you have any favorites
in the
beef sector?
No. So I'm gonna go to content. I like James for when he's doing reviews. So I like Lady Nika when she's doing her reviews and story time. So that's basically how I end up in YouTube. How I end up in YouTube years ago. When I'm watching a TV show, I want to see their perspective. So I would say my favorite, I do have a favorite. They're not in the beef sector. My favorite YouTuber probably would be It's Rocks, because she does the reviews.
Okay.
So if I'm watching Power and I want to come on here and see her perspective, I look forward. And then Color Me Pink would be another one. They do show reviews. So that's what got me in on YouTube. So now I use YouTube. Like, I have my mini favorite. So I watch you. I don't subscribe to everybody, because if it's too much. It's too excessive. How I feel is that we are blessed. Like right now, it's a blessing. We are blessed to see this day. Somebody didn't wake up this morning.
Yeah.
And to spend any minute of God's gift it's a waste.
I said that before. I said it a long time. I said I could not imagine
waking up like that.
Some of these folks just having the platform and the amount of support that some of these content creators have, and not doing something else with it.
Doing something else with
it. I couldn't. Not me.
Yeah.
I would. Wow. I just always am like, wow, you have this amount of people, I can't imagine the opportunities, but it's just always that backdrop against views, most people do things because that's where their audience.
So some of the things, so basically you will sell your soul to the devil for numbers, a click and a view, some money, some super chats, some cash apps. It ain't worth it. One thing, I guess, my walk,
I said, in a nutshell, you're basically saying the devil keeps me here.
Yeah, not you.
No, but I'm saying I get what you're saying. I'm packaging it, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because you have to. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I make fun of somebody's not being an inability to have a child, I have 3 daughters. I don't consider myself a stud, but in that category, I probably would be there. One thing I don't regret my kids. I have 3 beautiful daughters. My oldest is 30, my baby is 25. I was married because, like, I think I talked about this I did a LGBT panel on two platforms. So I talked about this, that it wasn't open. So how do I speak on somebody's inability to have a child when my child, I can lose my child? They don't realize the karma that they're setting themselves up for. I could talk. It's not funny that I was blessed to have a child. They don't know what I had. A friend, because when I was going to paralegal school, I had a homegirl. We was in class together, and she was an older lady. She was older at this time. I had no kids, and this lady would just cry to me that she could not bear kids, and so they don't know what. So to make fun of that's not cute. And another thing, right, Rico? Another thing that I don't like the bullying, and I am very appreciative of my life, any day, any hour, any minute that I get, because I wasn't supposed to be here. I was born with sickle cell anemia, but later diagnosed in my 20s as sickle thalassemia. which is it's a blood disease. A lot of they used to say in the back in the day black people get it, but it's not true. It's people of dark color skin. So they told my mom I wouldn't live to see 13, 18, and for me to, if God say the same, have 54 trips around the sun next Wednesday, it's a blessing. So I try to enjoy every minute, because you know, like they say, remember they used to say the saying, gone here one day, gone the next. Now it's gone, it's here 1 minute, gone the next.
Yeah, no, we living in a pandemic.
Right.
We're definitely some definitely
and the crime and the shooting and the violence, gun violence is just out of control. Like out here in Houston, we done lost 3 kids. One 9-year-old little girl, she's still on life support. One 9-year-old girl just riding on Valentine's Day with her family, and a man was robbing this other man at the bank, and the man just recklessly started shooting. He ended up shooting this little girl in the head. Then another little boy, I think he was 11. He was 9, between 9 and 11. It was cold. It was real cold out here, and he was going out to his mom sent him out to the car. So you know how you have a car, you inside, and you may just click the remote. We don't have to take the keys out like back when I was a kid. Yeah. You can click the button, and then so I guess the little teenager thought he was gonna carjack the little boy. The little boy didn't have any keys. He killed the little boy. The mama and them wonder why the little boy never came back inside. And they went, and he's laying out there. It's freezing cold, and he's dead. And I think that little boy was 11. And so we are losing our kids. So that's why I say those to me are like, that robbery part wasn't a freak accident, but that little girl getting shot in the head on Valentine's Day when her dad just had got off of work and was taking them to their favorite spot to eat pizza, that was a freak accident. The other little 9-year-old girl, she was in a road rage incident. They shot through her family's window. So you to make fun of somebody not being able to bear kids because something is wrong in there, that don't mean what kind of person they are. But that means you could lose one of your kids just because you thought you found so much joy in saying why this person couldn't have a kid, and what if one that could be you. Yeah. You know, so I don't get it.
That's why oh no, is it me again?
I don't hear nothing.
I feel like I'm echoing. I keep hearing myself. I know I don't got multiple windows open.
I muted, so I don't know and see what the chat say. But yeah, I don't really have a favorite. So I don't consider myself of any sector. So I'm on here. I'm learning how to work Adobe. I'm on here. I'm in the crafting sector. And I'm in reviews. So if I enjoy your content and you're positive, and I'm gonna even go a step further. The night you did the interview, I was there. I was in the bushes, and when you went off, a lot of people feel convicted. No, wait a minute, I'm bringing it here. A lot of people feel convicted. I didn't feel convicted. First of all, I wasn't in there asking no questions. But if I had asked a question, and I would not, if she say it's me, I need to go out and come back.
No, she was saying that. It's StreamYard.
Okay, so I didn't. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about conviction, you have a right to feel. That might have been how you felt that night. You might not have been on no bullshit. You know, we have minutes. You know, so like I'm a lot of places, and I may listen, and I may not say nothing. So I'll be there, and sometimes, but like when that was, I'm just listening. I'm just really just listening. I didn't have anything to say. I was listening. So like, I'm not.
The reason I asked you that is because in the beef sector, when you're like looking for support or for subscribers, and then you're reaching out to content creators, a lot of times it's a difficult task.
Right.
Would you agree? Okay, so that's why I asked you like who were some of your faves, and if you were getting some support there, and if you felt like it was sort of one of those things where you're indebted to them because of their support. And I'm just being honest and candid with you, because sometimes as a newbie who's had to go down this road of partnering with content creators, there is that sense of you owe me.
Right.
And so I was wondering if you felt that kind of way as you begin to develop your channel.
No, because let me address Bubbles right quick. Bubbles, I know he moved past that. I was not bringing it up. I was making a point. We was talking about conviction. So I was just bringing it back full circle. So let me delete because I was typing back to you in the chat. So now I ain't trying to come over here and start anything because I'm not. That's if you know me, you know that I'm not about that. So no. So my thing is, I have seen some content creators that started and they clout chased and they jumped on panel to panel and then they wanted to say, okay, I got my toes in here, so now I want to back out. I want to do something different. So that's another reason why I am building the 240 that I have. I have gotten them organic. I haven't gotten like just trying to. So I have not just been jumping on people's panels. So that way I'm not indebted to anybody. But one thing I do feel that you can have a loyalty to somebody. So I can give you one content creator that she be in the beef sector, but she's not missing it. So I could say one content creator that has taken me under their wing, and that's Armin Brown 09. And when I reached out and wanted to do like a news show with her, she could have said, girl, you ain't got no subs. You get what I'm saying? And she didn't. And we actually, we are developing a friendship. So,
so the friendship. So you think it's possible to develop friendships with content creators?
I think you can. But the reason why I would say that, it depends on what the friendship is about. So when I say friendship, sometimes I may be using that word a little loosely. But I don't want to say alliance. So like, just say you have a business, because she does hair I'm a barber. She's a loctician. So there's an interest. And so when that come and goes, and you can talk about business, and then she sells t-shirts and fedoras and stuff like that. And then I have a brand. So it's more to talk about than YouTube.
Yeah.
And you don't always have to talk on the phone. So I do feel like you can get some genuine, you can meet some genuine people on here. It all depends on how you approach it. It all depends on what are your intentions. First of all, it starts with you. What are your intentions? What are your intentions? My thing is I'm here to grow. If I get to talk to you, I don't want to say behind the scenes because everybody likes to do behind the scenes, but that's where you really talk is behind the scenes. So it's genuine. It's not anything that I'm gonna do to you. I don't have any intentions.
And Polo, that the more subs you get, the higher you climb up, the more you will realize that everything you do will then become scrutinized. Right. It will become you're trying to it's hard. It's like I had that same mentality, and I have that same mentality that you have. I'm trying to get over on nobody, do nothing behind the scenes, blah blah blah, this and the third. But unfortunately, the more you are successful, the more people are going to begin to hold you to certain standards, hold you to certain levels. So it's like, well, now you got enough subs, I'm not going to share your videos. So like some of the people who share my videos when I first
won't do it now.
Period. But are you kidding me?
But keep on, that's life.
The first people who supported my channel, or the people who are like on some of my running back shows or all of that, they will never drop down in my chat. They will never come over here that way.
You know why? Why?
Why?
Because a lot of people, we live in a jealous society. So the reason why that don't bother me, because I am a barber and I'm a successful barber and I did it on my own. When I first came out as being, I'm just gonna loop it around here and then I'm gonna come back and tell you why. So when I came out being a barber, at first I used to pass my cards out in the gay clubs, right? In the gay community. Then I had to realize I don't want that type of clientele, because not saying that anything wrong with them being gay, but what the deal was, if I'm passing it out to my partners or people that I speak to, them the ones that's gonna want a discount. I want the higher end clientele. So what I do, if anybody that sits in my chair and they of the LGBT, they found me on their own. I did not advertise to them. I don't even advertise. I do hair units where I have done celebrities' hair. So you will find, like, just say So the reason why those people don't share you out anymore, because you are coming on here, you're positive, you're probably about to surpass them or may have already surpassed them. So it's jealousy and it's hate, it's envious. So that we put that in everyday life. I can actually tell you with my clothing brand, some of the people that I thought would support. When I say support, I ain't talking about YouTube. I have got my most sales off of YouTube. But the people that I call my friends, that you think they will buy a shirt or a hat, have not bought one. Because people be jealous. They jealous. They feel that oh well, if I share him, I could be losing me a sub, I could be losing me a cash app. It's all about the cash app, it's all about the super chat. Thank you for sharing Arma's channel. But that's why but you can't worry about that. You can't worry about that.
That was part of my whole when I after the teaser interview and I just came out, because what I witnessed was the perspective of YouTube that I kept hearing about, when people kept saying you can't be partners with people, you can't be in alliances, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I was like, why not? I do what the fuck I want to. Why not?
Right.
Why not?
Right.
I didn't understand until I saw people in my chat talking about me who would normally be in my chat or like around here, like, what up, King Roman? And so that I kind of realized why. It was like, well, if you are not worried about other people or what other people are saying, and you're really here for what your purpose is or what you want to do or this interview or whatever, why does that shit matter to you? And I had to adopt that mentality. I really did, because it consumed me. And so I think now, as I'm becoming, more used to this YouTube and how to do it, I'm reverting back to my earlier days when I was just dropping down as a PCs, like, hey, because the last thing I would want is for anyone to feel as if and somebody put it so eloquently in the chat. They gave King Roman News his wings to, and I really believe that there was a collective of content creators out there on YouTube in the beat section who really was like,
I was there.
I'm a promoter.
I was there when you were shouted out to get your last. Like I say, I'm everywhere. But so we're gonna take it like this. Let's not say alliance. So like, just say me and you, I come over here, you come over there, or we do a little collab or do something. So I'm not gonna say I have an alliance for you. I have respect for you. That's the key word, respect. So if I respect you, I'm gonna honor you and have a little loyalty.
I respect.
So that's what it is.
It's respect. So I rather not than to move forward in a place where I feel like I'm coming off as disrespectful or disloyal.
Right.
I'm appreciative of everyone that helped me out and supported me and got at this point.
Me too.
And there's still so far to go. Still so much to do. But what I don't want to do is, like, I don't want to turn around and be the content creator. Like, I see so many people, they've lost all of their connections that they had when they first started out. I don't want to be like, I want to be able to be like, yeah, I'm still cool with what's the name. I still, so I just wanted
to. You don't want to have to kiss no ass to be cool neither now.
That's the thing, though. I think that is the byproduct of loyalty in the beef sector is, okay, you got to blow up my ass a little bit.
Or riding with me when you know I'm wrong, but you still gotta ride because I did. No, that's not. Then I don't need that. I don't need that kind of whatever it is. I don't need it because then see when you. So what you're saying is you don't need that because you still have to stand on your morals. So if you know that, I have
to come down here by myself. I still have to respond to every criticism. Anytime somebody talks shit about me or something, the person that has to come down here is me. So, and I waited to see, I went live for my members, and then I waited to see what other content creators would like. Tracy came out, period. Tracy was like, that's my boo, down. I don't give a fuck, period. Tracy came out, supported me. Then I looked at other people around me, and it was like, I got the support behind the scenes, but when it came to it, and Spiller Boy came out too, he gave some words of encouragement. Lady Nika came out and gave some words of encouragement. But I think what I realized was that a lot of people were expecting me to go ape shit. And I'm not a go ape shit kind of guy. Right. So when I didn't go ape shit and I did the actual opposite, I noticed a turn in, well, that's not what we do over here. That's not what we expect you to do. And so it just became harder for me to like, okay, so if I'm gonna play this game and be with you all, I have to move like you all. I have to do that, you know. I have to be messy. I have to be like that. And I say this all the time. I never came out that way. I always came out running back with interviews. Trying to figure I'm more interested in what the beef is about, less of let's get messy. Y'all can, I'm not saying I don't find it entertaining. I don't like to watch it, but y'all can do that. Why can't I come in on the back end and break that shit down?
The reason why is because they like the mess. So if you notice, you're over here giving quality content. You're talking about something everyday life. You're talking about the news, and the numbers are gonna be low. But somebody's over there being salacious or slanderous, and I don't know if those the words mean the same, but whatever. Somebody's over there just being so disgusting, and the views are high. That's the society. That's the society we live in. So you can't let that discourage you because you're doing right. But it's easy to get discouraged.
It is, baby. It is.
I'm over here, and I've been had this channel since last July, and I'm just on 240. But I don't come out and you know so. And then you got somebody over here that just started a channel last month, and they over 2K already.
Right.
So you know it's. But it's this.
No shade, but I honestly, low key, no shade. I looked at Just Kimmy like that. I looked at Just Kimmy's page and I said, now look at this. I said, now look at this. Just Kimmy just popped out the last couple of months.
A month, she haven't been on a month. She haven't had a show a month.
Okay, and I'm not, and this is not shade. This is not shade or hate towards her. But I said, look at this. Kimmy popped out. She's doing her thing. You can't lie. She's getting her numbers. And as like a new content creator and speaking on behalf of like the new subbies, hell yeah, we're looking at that like, damn, that's really what pops down here as a new person. And it's like, you have to really be convicted to know that that's not what you want to get your numbers. And you got to stay fast to that. But you can still get sucked up to it. You can go over there and be like, damn, look at it. All them members, you can get sucked up into it. But it's like, I know that's not what I want for me. You know what I'm saying? I always say I can get there, but I know that's not what I got family watching me. My little nephew, little cousins watch me sometimes. You know, I have co-workers watching me. I have all kind of people watching me. So it's like, whereas some people started out here in this and it's not connected to their everyday life. Mine is. That's why some of the stories I cover all over the world, because I got family all in Florida. And you know what I mean, and stuff. So I'm saying it and I'm speaking. So you're right when you say you have to definitely be set in your what you want to do,
your morals. It's your morals.
And you know what, Polo, and hope that the people that rode with you when you got in here, they're gonna be down with you when you do that. Like, okay, Roman, that's what you want to do. All right. I thought you was gonna try to be a little messy, but you're not. That's all right. Because that's what I would do if you know, if it was me and I saw somebody, you know, he don't really want to do that. All right. I would throw my support towards that, because your win can easily be my win. You know what I mean? Like,
you may come over here and learn something. I may come over here and learn something.
You never know who can get the next big thing, who's gonna be the next. And so, and we just slam the doors on people so much because it's, you know, out of all of these different reasons. You know, it's like,
it's not content, Team AJ. But you know what? One thing I could say, Cassie, I have two mods, Almond and Cassie U. I have learned from Cassie U, just seeing Cassie U in the chat. Cassie U is a very smart woman. Learn business stuff from her. So what I'm saying is,
is that Cassie Jackson? Or
no, Cassie U. She mostly, you'll see her mostly in the beefing sector and stuff. But very smart woman. So when I'm live, I may have 2 or 3 people over there, but it's my 2 or 3 that's rocking with me from day one. So it's cool, you know. I'm just on here. So whoever click, because I'm very knowledgeable. I can teach something. But it is very discouraging because Kimmy, I'm not gonna even say she played the game right. That fell off into her lap. So why not take advantage of it?
It did. And I said,
fell off into her lap.
Start a channel.
Hey, the Ghetto View. And I used to watch the Ghetto View. Back in the day, I still watch her, but she would do reviews. I was always here for reviews. That fell off into her lap, and she had memberships in 2 weeks. Yeah,
and And also, you know what else, Team J? Because if you're not anyone's team, you're against their team. It's all about choosing sides. And so then I also looked at this. So then, like, you have other content creators, and like they're not in the beef sector, but they were they started channels, and they have like 7,000, 8,000 subs. Some of them, a couple of them, drop down in the chat. And I watch them. They don't do beef commentary. They do their show reviews. They do, I'm gonna say his name and shout him out. Busy Blue is another one.
Okay.
And he works with somebody called So Debonair. And I watch them too. And I'm like, they don't do anything that's like remotely beef sectors, but they get a crowd. They have it. And there came out of, so it's like I know it's possible for people to do it. It's just that it's hard for you to do it and think that the people who are in the beef sector are gonna like either stick with you. You know what I mean? Like, are you gonna lose people? And I'm gonna be very candid with y'all. I lost over 140 subscribers after the TC. Hell yeah, I knew that, but I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. And I brought my ass back down here and said, let me do my morning show for my group. You know what I'm saying? And it felt good to know that the folks that stayed here, that's why I was so happy and smiley, because I'm like, it's gonna happen. And I'm glad I'm learning this stuff. So like the honest roles and the people, all of us new folks that are down here, we can know that this don't let your life get sucked out of you because your stuff scares you, because you can get knotted up in the stomach over this. You can be very, very hesitant. And people think I'm joking, but you can be very like, oh God, and I got to turn on my YouTube app. And I mean, I remember when the first time I saw my name in Jay Wilson's title, and I said, here we go. And one of my faves, who is my fave, and I appreciate his support so much, was like, just giving me like, it is what the fuck it is. Like, it is what it is. You either care or you don't, and if you care, what do you do about it? And if you don't, then what's happening tomorrow? And that's the approach I think that I had to take to that, to see my name and stuff like that, because it will provoke you to go crazy. It will provoke you to go.
You be like, I'm just a good, honest dude, and all of a sudden, all this junk over here is getting the views and the numbers and the numbers, and I'm over here just in my lane, just doing positive stuff. You don't want that. That's society. So don't beat yourself up about it, because it don't have anything to do with you. So I think that's why that's why I call it a rat race. I'm not interested, because I'm paid in real life. And like you said, you have family watching you. So when you look up Polo the Barber, I'm well known. When I'm not going to put anything. So like, just say I'm at the point now, 13 years in, I'm not taking new clients because I'm actually in my burnout stage. I'm looking to do something else. So, but the clients I do have, but I still care about my name. So you're not going to never associate my name with anything. So I don't go off. I'm not one of those persons that just go off on this and that, because what if you were a potential client and you were looking and you say, oh, no, she cut hair real good, but I'm not going over there, because as soon as me and her have a disagreement, she's going to be all over YouTube telling my business. So you do. So I think all this comes with growth. So that's why I'm sitting back. I want my community wild, because I know it can help me in my business. But am I willing to do the unthinkable for it? No, because I'm not here to make this anything because I have successful business on the outside. This is just fun. But while I'm here having fun, why not make some more money? So I'm not like, so I tell everybody, I'm not, and they say, well, everybody say that they gonna monetize it. Like, I can go over there and cut hair. That is my love. I'm also a barber instructor, so I can go do tutorials. You got a lot of people doing that. Then I can put it out there into the barber community. So, you know.
Yeah.
But I get it. I get how you feel, because I feel like that sometimes with my clothing brand. I didn't feel like that with the numbers over here, because I was like, why do everybody flock to the mess? And it's not even that we are in this part of YouTube. Our analytics fall in this part of YouTube. But put content out there, people will come. I'm gonna give you one example. When I first started doing hair units, that's what the man weaves. When I first started doing it, at first I wasn't interested. I said, no, men ain't buying that. I don't want to do that. Then it ended up coming to my city because you had to fly to Atlanta at first to learn. So one of the guys on Black Friday, he put up a post, and he's a barber in Houston. And I was like, it's no way that I have to let this leave out of my city and I don't go take this class. I said, because now all I have to do is just drive to the other side of town. I don't have to fly, get no hotel. But I had no core audience of who I was going to put these on. When I signed up for the class the next Saturday, which the Black Friday then Saturday, I told two of my clients. One was a professor at Prairie View, and one was just a regular client that had a beard. He was bald. And I was excited. I said, y'all, guess what I did? And those two guys that day said they would be my mom.
Oh, wow.
So I hadn't even taken the class. So they had to start growing their hair. So I took the class in December. I did my first hair unit in February, because by the time they grew their hair. And I've been up and rolling. I never sat back and thought. So I have to associate this YouTube to how I associate my business. Right. I never thought, well, who am I going to put this on? I have had NBA basketball players hit me up. I have met LeBron James barber in a hair unit class before. So basically it's like this. You put it out there, they'll come. Yeah. And that's all you have to just let it do what it do. Like your chat is telling you, your supporters are telling you, just do you. Yeah. Just keep doing you, stay honest. And I appreciate where you can sleep at night. And because that's what the main thing is. A lot of these people are doing this for the numbers, and they probably not sleeping at night.
Oh, thank you, Miss Toby.
She say she love coming.
Yeah.
So just look at the people that's talking to you. It gets discouraging, but put it out there. You just do you, and they'll come. They'll come, and this the right ones you want to come.
Yeah, and that's true. Yeah, and like Miss Juicy Review just said, you know what makes me stay grounded is thinking about my legacy and leaving good memories for my kids. Anything I do,
right?
And I always think about that. Like even when I say like I'm gonna do something for the like in the beef sector on my channel, I always want to make sure that whatever it is done class. It's not, even though it's beef sector, it's like the high class beef sector. So I want to do a nice put together interview. I want to talk about the dissect it and then get to like, so what are the real points? I don't want to just go back and forth and yell and that kind of stuff. Right. To me, you don't get to nothing. And so looking at you saying you want to do things that, you know, what makes you stay grounded. I always look at my channel as a sort of a reiteration of me in my mind. And I don't want to constantly come back to it. And, you know, but I feel like saying that puts other people down. Then it makes me put me on a pedestal of, oh, you think you're better than? And it's like, no, I don't think I'm better than no one else. I don't. And then you gotta fight that whole, oh, you think you better than, and it's like I'm not better.
But you don't have to fight it. You don't have to fight everything, King. You don't have to fight everything.
Right. It's just a learning curve. It's a learning curve of like,
say that about me. So that's it. She thinks she better than everybody because she have a career. People gonna say you're gonna always have your naysayers. You're gonna always have the haters. You're gonna always have the people that's gonna. So you don't have to fight it.
That's
you
true.
Ignore
You're
it.
Right. No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
You ignore it. Like a barber may say, oh, she thinks she cut better than anybody. I tell people I'm not the best. There's people that can cut better than me. And I have no problem giving props to the ones that can do it. So first of all, you have to be able to pull people up with you genuinely. Like today, you didn't have to. So like, I don't go in, and I do appreciate, because Barbering was saying that yesterday. She was saying you have to do content creators share you out. And I say some do. And, you know, she was just, you know, so I do appreciate, I didn't know she was going to come in here this morning and do that. But I appreciate it. And I appreciate you for pushing it forward, because you could have been ignored it, or you could have said, oh, I don't do that over here. Oh, I used to do that, and then somebody burnt. No, you can't have all these. So
crazy, because it happens. It happens. It happens to people. It just happens. It's almost like, damn, like, you know, it's like we want to see people win. We want to see people succeed, but we to a certain point. Only if I can keep it controlled. Like you can win, but as long as I can keep that win controlled, like I can put it away from you when I can. And it's like,
and that's what you don't want.
I can't operate like that. I can't. I'd rather walk away and be like, okay, all right, let's be gone amicably versus cause a big issue, because I'm not that kind of person. And then this about the whole Jay Wilson, it's like, it wasn't even necessary. But I just laughed at all of the videos. I laughed at the videos he did.
But one thing I'm telling you, it's just like sewage water. You can't stick your feet in and think you ain't gonna get no stink on you. So you
it's
can't
funny you say that. Team AJ just said that the thing about making a
Oh.
channel over here is that you won't ever be able to escape. You'll have to start over from scratch if you want a clean slate. And so, like you just said, you can't stick your foot in the beef sector. And
that's why I'm not doing. That's why I'm not. I can easily. It's links all around. I could easily jump up and give my input. Then I'm taking a side. Then I'm in the middle. Then people get to know me. No, I'm not doing that. So that's why I say I'm not a part. So you can't put your baby toe in there and feel like you ain't gonna get none of the funk on you. So basically, you can't do an interview of them talking about it, and then so that's where you got a lot of people because they say, "Oh shit, you messy, you a little petty." But we all are. But it depends on which is how you do it. But stay true to your morals, stay true to your goals. That's why, like I say, I want and I can actually say by not having a community wall, but I know I can do so much better that I have gotten a lot of support. A lot of my sales, my first sale on my Shopify store came from YouTube.
See, that's nice. That's love.
I have gotten a lot of people, and then you got the people that are gonna be scared. Everybody can tell you my stuff come fast, it's quality. I'm a business person on top of anything, so you ain't got to worry about if I sent this to your house, that information coming back to nobody, because I don't have time for that. One thing I'm about my bag. I'm about my bag. I'm about my reputation and my character as a person. So that's why I'm not gonna do anything. So I could have easily blew up. I could have picked the beef with somebody, just did that for a little while. Some people do that too, just to get the numbers. But then what happens when you get that 1K, and then all of a sudden you're not beefing no more. Now I'm gonna talk about planting flowers.
Right.
Now only getting 5 views. So it ain't making sense. So you did all that, and then you can't even keep it up. But if you grow organically, you know those people here for you, and you know those people here to hear what you talking about. So don't even worry about it. Yeah. That's just like you know how, just think about being a barber. You a barber, I'm a barber, and you getting me and you in the same shop. So you probably just going to the barbershop yourself. You see where this one chair just keep getting all the attention. And this other barber sitting there, he barely getting a cut a day, right? You can't judge another man's pocket. That means you got to do what you got to do. Advertise for yourself where you get your chair spinning. But you'll have somebody in that thing and say, "Why she get all the cuts?" That's how we are as a people. We always have this hating. A lot of us have this hating mentality. We're not gonna go out there and figure out, like, you know how we see the celebrities with the big cars and fancy houses. We don't know what they had to sell their soul for, what kind of demons they have to deal with to maintain it. So never want another man's or woman's life. Just want your own. Right. We don't know how those content creators sleep at night.
These folks in comments the folks in the comments got me laughing. We talked about Jesus. People gonna talk about no matter what.
Right.
They flying monkeys be coming at Jay Wilson wants to be for $1. We know that the OGs in the sectors are. Oh, don't say that. The wind will curse the mountain, but mountain will never bow down to the wind. Continue being great. Right. I watch you all the time from the skybox. Thank you, Mildred. I appreciate that.
I like that, Miss Mildred Ratchet.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna continue this flow though, because outside of the beef sector, I been able to get some feedback from like people who are like in the entertainment media.
Okay.
And I mean that shit is real raw. Like, for one, I need to get a better backdrop on every single one. They all said, "So what's going on? Are you taking this for real, or is this serious? Are you still practicing?" So that's one thing I'm trying to do. But I think
what your setup looks like. I'm just at home. I'm chilling, and then
that's exactly what it is. Because I'll be having to go to work right after.
Right, but check this out. I have seen some news since we in COVID. I've seen a lot of newscasters on my local news.
Home. Right,
with a setup
right,
just like what you got.
Right. And some with a bookshelf, just a bookshelf on the back. So I got this green screen's coming in. So I'm gonna try to do that. But I don't think nothing else has changed. I do And everybody keep asking me, they'd be like, so why would you still do that if that's not what you want to do? The Run It Back show, where I, interview various topics. So I just think my approach is just going to be more topic focused and less focused on the content creator. You know what I mean? Like, so if the topic was about drunk driving, and I'm going to focus that show on drunk driving. And then if I have people that come to talk about the incidents that happen within the sector or incident, then we can do that. But I don't think I'm going to be, because I just don't want to be in this position where the expectations are unrealistic. Like you coming over here to have an argument about, and that's not really what I give. So, and just to
can I give you some advice?
Yeah.
Don't do it. And if it got anything to do with the B sector, even if that's the person that's going to come up and do the talking, don't do it. Because if you're trying to get what we just talked about, if you're trying to get your feet out of it, don't keep putting your feet in it. So let's say if that's what you want to talk about, drunk driving, there's a lot of other people. There's probably just maybe some subbies that they just may like to hang out.
That's true. No, that's true.
Don't do content creators, because you can find the people, and then that way it's genuine. So just say I'm a content creator, and I know that, just say Carrie Ray, she have a problem drinking. Well, we just talking. And so I'm up on your platform, but I'm gonna use this time to be a little shady at Carrie Ray. So then now you in the drama again. Oh,
no,
girl,
I see what you mean.
So you can't have it both ways. Like in the Bible it said you can't love two gods.
Yeah,
so you can't have it both ways.
Yeah, but see, I think the thing about the different thing that I'm trying to do, or what I have for my channel, is that it's like King Roman news. And so in every different sector or industry, I have a news per se segment. So, I got the local news, and then I do the celebrity news for the culture. And then within for the culture, I do like beef sector news. And it's not news format like, so today this happened. It's more so like the Run It Back show, where it's like, it's not, and people saying that you doing that is jumping you in the beef sector, but the basis of the show is really not about, it's really something that I wanted to create for my subbies who watch this channel, but wanted to also have
what's going on
around beef sector. And I know I didn't want to be up here having people go back and forth. So I figured, well, what would I do? Well, I said, well, I would just take a topic, get somebody, and we would go through them, Now, as I've learned, those topics that I've chose, like the top 10 triggers of the beef sector, it's going to be messy, period. They're triggers. They're the triggers of the beef sector. They're examples of all the triggers. It's going to be messy. What I'm not afraid of is the backlash. I'm not walking away from the backlash or afraid of the backlash. I think the thing that I wanted people to understand was I'm not messy like you think. So even though I'm doing beef sector commentary or whatever you want to call it, it's not the same messy you think. You came to, if you didn't see my other Run It Back shows, but my thing is, if you saw those, you would have known the Tisa show wasn't going to give what y'all thought it was going to give. Period. There's no way. There's just not a way. So in my mind, I don't feel like my process is bad. I just feel like now people are more like, well, King Roman ain't gonna be messy like that. So so now I can expect that the numbers aren't gonna be like they was before, or I can expect that it isn't gonna be the crowd that it was before. And I'm okay with that, because if that means that people are coming because they accept it, it's gonna be more of an informative conversation, and less of a tear you down, because let me be real with you, Polo. It's some CCs who reached out to me and said, thank you, because I wanted to talk about that, or thank you for having that conversation because we really need to talk about that, so I see value in it. I just feel like I have to fight up against the wall against it not being the Jerry Springer show. It's not. It's definitely more aligned with Oprah type thing, it's so. Then you got the people, well, we don't want that over here. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry.
But I'm gonna tell you what I got out of your state of the beast, not state of the beast, but your I don't remember the name of it, but what you brought when you brought the content creators, we got to see Tracy growth. her giving props.
Oh
We got to see her
grow out.
I did not see anything salacious or what you was doing. I saw that you was getting the conversations out. Maybe some growth would come from somebody, or maybe somebody would see it's not that serious. So that's what I got out of it. But a lot of people, but I'm gonna be honest with you. So like, I'm gonna give you another example. Just say I'm gonna do something on drunk driving, but you got 20,000 subs, right? But I pick you to come and sit on my platform. A lot of people could look at that as I'm clout chasing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because King Roman is gonna bring his subbies with him, because he's gonna say, hey guys, I'm going over to Polo's tomorrow. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful with who you even network with, because it's gonna be something said.
And so the thing about that was, I definitely thought about that, and that's why I built every show around the person I wanted to invite. So it was like, okay, so it's more than just asking Tracy or Spill It Boy to come on the channel, because anybody could do that. It's about how can you bring him on as a new CC and really sell a show, make it entertaining, engaging, make it funny. And
you did.
And that's what I was really more so interested in. And then along the way, people would then understand that, okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. We're coming every Thursday or every Thursday to see this kind of show. So even though, and to be honest with you, I'm cool with Spill It Boy. So to ask him to come on, it was like, hey, would you be in? Now I was shocked that I got the nose before him. Then once he decided to come on, the nose changed to, okay, I might be, I might.
Them the ones you don't want. Them the ones I wouldn't even give him a second chance, because if you told me no when I'm really doing something positive, and then you see I pull somebody big, now you clout chasing over me.
I learned on the back end, but see, then that goes to if I was to be like, okay, I'm not doing it, then I'm turning my back on something that I really see that there's value in. You know what I mean? Like like you said, I don't want it to be a whole show full of nothing but content creators from the beef sector. But now if I'm going to have this topic show and take it on another level where it's content creators from the beef sector, it's other people, then that's probably more so what I'm looking at. You know what I mean? That's probably more so my angle. And I think there's some valid in that. I think you hit the nail on the head with that. I like where you're going.
Even me, I'm small, but my name means so much to me. So like, just say somebody, I have been offered to do stuff with people and they in a bunch of drama. The answer is no.
Right.
And I'm small. At the time, I probably didn't even have 200. No, because my name means something to me. And I'm not, this is my name. All I have is my name. And I'm not going to sling it through mud because you in mud. I'm not going to come over there and be a pig with you and play in the mud. So I have told people no. But if it's something genuine and we can learn and we can grow, I'm good. So like the LGBT panels I did, I didn't have a problem, but I'm not into that. And so that's why it doesn't, so my thing is, it doesn't bother me that much. At the point of it did get to the point when I was like how you were saying, you see they get all these big numbers and I'm over here doing the right thing and shit, I can't even get 5 subbies at the time. And so I did pull away. I was like, I ain't got time for that, because that's all they want. They put a mess and then they want to give you this excuse. I'm so sick of hearing, oh, it's the beef sector. No, it's not the beef sector. It's YouTube. It's YouTube. Y'all just choose to put all these underlining rules underneath it that you could be this, you could be that, you could do this, you could do that, because it's the beef sector. Or it's the black sector. Come on now, you putting rules, and y'all gonna have to pay for all this stuff that y'all are doing.
Why your man not on here supporting you? You talking about me? What man? Who you talking about?
That's right, story time. Yeah, you got it, man. I enjoyed this conversation. I got 20 minutes. Gonna grab me something to eat before I start cutting at 9. But I did appreciate.
I appreciate you for coming up here. I really do, and I'm gonna share your video on my community wall too.
Okay, I appreciate you. I won't be a stranger since you to see my face now.
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
Look at Rico. Rico, that's the truth, man. But we just have to. It's at the end of the day. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go. At the end of the day, it's you being comfortable with King Roman, me being comfortable with Polo, everybody being in the chat, and even some of the stuff that we consume is not right. When you know it's not right, you can't take all that in.
Yeah.
I'm at the point now. I try to watch more TV than being on here, because I had got to the point where I would miss my shows because I'm listening, and because it's like a show, you want to see what this person gonna say. But I remember back in the day, if it was a beef, it was uploads. The worst thing that happened to YouTube was this live button. When it was an upload, if me and you got into it, I had to wait on you to upload. Then you had to wait on me to respond on the upload. So by that time, the smoke kind of died down because we couldn't
make a video.
Right, we had to wait on the video. So now without thinking, we just hit a button.
Hit it.
And that ain't good. So I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Y'all have a blessed one. I thank you for listening to come up. I thank you for dropping my link. Thank everybody in the chat. Y'all have a blessed day, blessed weekend. And come on over there and catch some of that content from Puta Cana.
I am. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Have a blessed day, King Ron.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Whoo, y'all. We are in 3 hours and 10 minutes. Oh, my God. Thank you all so much for being here on this Friday and joining in on the conversation. That was really, really good. I mean, she shared a lot of good things that I definitely am going to take into account. And you all have definitely provided me a lot of good feedback. So it was a good live this morning. Thank you so much. My baby is literally standing right here like it's time to go. So I'm about to go walk my dog and then take him to this farm so he can go run for the day and then get back to my stuff. But I thank y'all for riding with me and supporting me and whatever direction this channel goes. I really appreciate it. I feel the love. Used to be cooked beef, but now it's cooked up beef. Y'all gotta stop. I've been laughing at all of y'all. Thank you so much to Ghetto View. Tell it, girl. Are you ready? Stop. I am 55. I don't know if I would have done it after I asked, and when I asked first, I don't think I'm that grown. You can't cut off your nose to spite your face like Tina. Like Tina Turner. Found wrong through Spill It Boy TV. Hey. All right, let me get out of here. All right, you all. You all have a great weekend, and I will check in with y'all a little bit later today on the community wall. And I'll see y'all on Monday. Remember, Monday is just going to simply be hot topics. Tuesday will be local news. Wednesday will be hot topics. Thursday will be local news. Friday will be hot topics, and it's only be like an hour show. So that way you all can get you in, get you out. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Enjoy yourselves. And until next time, deuces.